Where was I? All right, so a little background on this adventure. Long has the Valduva clan lived in the forest outside of a small town called Oran Zoo. You can see where we are on the map here. This little mark. You are in the land of Barovia. It's a pretty interesting place. It's rumored to be kind of bleak and cursed, but not a lot of people know exactly what's going on. The denizens of this place seem to be pretty happy despite the fact it's kind of a bleak place to live. The sun's rarely out. So, located at the base of the mountains in Barovia, in response to some long forgotten slight, a Vistani seer cursed their bloodline with lycanthropy, something which has led to them taking great care in staying away from civilization. In Oransu, Laszlo is a sellsword that prefers the solace of the forest over company of people. While on a hunting trip, he watched Elena Valduva quickly take down a bear in the form of a wolf and was awestruck as she reverted to her human form to clean the beast. The fact that she was a shape changer didn't bother him in the slightest because, again, he had grown accustomed to the wild things in the world. He was smitten through Elena's chose to withhold knowledge of her family's curse from him. Their courtship was fast and passionate. Within a year, they were married, and Laszlo took Elena's surname. Together, they found a niche in trapping and skinning. They sold furs to the village of Aransu, and in return were given both a place to live and a community to belong to, something that Elena was secretly unsure of, but she had never received such generosity in her life. And they weren't passed with inquiries of what they did before coming to this sleepy little village. However, Elena never told Laszlo the full truth about her family's curse. Afraid of what would happen if Laszlo discovered her family curse, she took great pains to ensure that he never met other members of her family. As their relationship grew, she found herself with child and faced a terribly difficult decision. Could she tell Laszlo about her curse before the baby was born and risk his anger, or worse, abandonment, or withhold it from him and continue living the lie? Shortly before the birth of her child, Elena and Laszlo agreed to trek out to the forest for one last batch of furs before winter set in. During the trip, she finally decided to tell Laszlo the truth. He was livid and lashed out at his beloved out of pure instinct. However, Elena shifted and killed Laszlo. Elena grievously wounded herself, and now with a tiny newborn that was unlikely to survive. In the wild, she stole into Waranzu one last time to give up her child, her last motherly act accomplished. Elena would retreat deep into the woods to heal her wounds in the hopes the villagers would raise her child as their own.
Interesting.
So, here we go. It is. So here we are in the tavern here. Make sure I get to the right page. Boom. There we go. All right. So you all find yourselves in a tavern called the Hare and Hare. Go ahead and mingle and introduce your characters.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to scroll all that down. That was a very interesting intro right there. Holy crap. Some Romeo and Juliet.
Little bit, yeah.
Green Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, that's pretty
little darker.
Brothers Grimm version. So I guess with that, I'll start. quaffing a couple ales. You see a slender hobgoblin man. He's about 5'6", 5'7" feet tall, but he's real slender. Not carrying a whole lot of strength with him, which you usually see in the warring tribes of the hobgoblin. Instead, he kind of grew up as more the resident mage's apprentice in the tribe, and they're pretty nomadic, and they would go about in some banditry, some usually pretty distasteful things, but things that they would have to do to get by, until one day Ogru was separated from the tribe and taken into custody, where he was eventually more or less enslaved into gladiatorial service, where he used his dexterity and small bits of magic to survive long enough until he could finally make his escape. And then he began to help some folks around just the first area that he showed up in, and that ended with him being transported to Barovia. So he's somewhat elated to be in a place like this, but also a bit apprehensive, which I think is normal. And just for a little more background, I'm a hobgoblin wizard, level 3, and I specialize in war magic. And yep, that's it for me. Ogru.
All right.
Well, I guess I'll go. Sitting on the bar, you see a small 3'4" gnome, slightly tan skin with an intimidating feel about her. She's her turquoise eyes are bright, and she has thin eyebrows. She has short, thick, light brown hair with pink and purple streaks, which is styled in an undercut fashion. You can definitely tell that she is enjoying the ale, and by her weaponry, you can tell that she's means business. She's basically dressed to kill. Her name is Lily, and she was taken in at a very young age after being abandoned by her family and raised by an assassin and taught all of the deadly arts. However, she has a knack for stealing, and she really loves pretty things. She is also a rogue arcane trickster, level 4. Hey, hello, Bobby. There we go.
Sweet.
And she really doesn't care a lot about people, but if you earn her loyalty, she's loyal to a fault.
Sounds like we're gonna be fast friends. Ogru will slide you over an ale down the bar, all the way sliding down until it kind of bumps up against, I guess, your hip, as you said up top. It's not too bad of a tavern, this Hare and Hare, is it? I'm just glad there's no hair in my drink.
Ooh, drink. As Lily picks it up and starts chugging it.
Ogru's kind of thinking to himself, man, where does she put that?
Wouldn't you like to know?
His eyes go wide.
As she winks at you.
Oh, well, fast friends indeed.
Sure, I could go next. You see a turtle, not wearing armor, but has a thick, freshly waxed shell on their back, wielding a shield with the face of a red-headed woman, dressed in nice priestly vestments, has this jovial demeanor, and looks rather confused as they were about to they seem to have been in the middle of something. They say, "Oh, I guess I'm not in Waterdeep anymore." Looks at the party, recognizes them as fellow travelers, perhaps, and then they say, "Hi, name's Bran. I'm a cleric of Sune the Beautiful. It's my first time in this place. I think I. But that aside, it feels rather gloomy. Let's try to put some light over this as part of the tenets of my faith. Yeah, I'm here to remind you that you are worthy, you are loved, and you are worthy of love. Is there any is there any tea in here?
Oh yeah, the bartender pipes up. Yeah, I'll have that right out. Or the
Thank you very much. Will you excuse me for a moment? I need my caffeine fix. I just had coffee, so I'm just trying to cleanse before I go back to coffee.
bell. the
Mechanically, says Bran, he, they, the cleric of the domain of light.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
As Lily walks across the bar to get the bartender's attention for another ale.
He'll pour it out, hands it to you. Let's see.
Up down next to Braun.
Oh, hi.
Mighty
Do
nice
you know?
shell you have there.
Oh, thanks. I just had it waxed. I felt like I deserved it after a very rousing adventure in Waterdeep. I was just about to go to meet some of my friends, but I wound up here. Do you know where we are?
Oh yeah, this is Oransu. Welcome. You are in the land of Barovia, ruled over by Strahd von Zerevich. May he live long and prosper over our land.
I that place doesn't seem to ring a bell, but whenever I
You happen to
have
know where he lives? Sounds like he has things that he might not need anymore.
No. Oh, I would not advise stealing from Castle Ravenloft. No, 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 no. That is
Hmm.
no many
Well, that
many a
forbidden
thief to
use.
try.
So Gruel turned to Bran. He's I hear what you're saying there about all the love and stuff, and wow, it's I love a good insult, but now that I think about it, I'm not sure I've ever even really heard a good compliment till now, or someone wishing me well. So yeah, this one's for you. And he just kind of throws back the ale.
oh maybe after some tea, I would like a good ale. No worries. I appreciate it. I'm not much of a drinker, but I do enjoy the occasional sip. A good sip, good company. Sounds like a really good time.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I nod and will. If I do have the tea already, I'm going to take a sip.
Yeah, he'll have handed it to you, kind of as people were asking questions, and he's got other people walking around that are bringing food to the tables and such, food and drink. He kind of yelled back, make the tea soft," kind of thing.
I give an appreciative smile as I will drink the tea.
And it is pretty decent. Especially it seems pretty nice, especially for like an area like this. Seems like there was a lot of care gone into growing the plants and the herbs.
Hope you like your tea like you like your domains. Very dark.
I cannot see in the dark, unfortunately, but sometimes, sometimes we need a moment to ourselves where it's quiet, where no one else can see. I understand that, and we all have a little bit of darkness in ourselves.
That was rather deep.
See.
And then I will shrug a little bit and say, oh yeah, it sometimes slips out. It's not something to be ashamed of. It just means that, oh, there's a part of ourselves that we need to get to know, and maybe it wants to introduce itself. It's just hopefully that doesn't try to do do any harm or and then Bran will kind of like
Lily sits
mumble
there
off to
and
the side.
blushes and starts chugging her ale to keep quiet.
Nice.
As you're kind of drinking it, you'll also kind of see people winterizing the tavern, and you'll see like lots of kind of furs and things that still haven't been treated, but they're quite nice. Furs. They look like they were well caught, and you can tell that by looking outside, you can tell that the weather is getting a little bit worse. It's getting a little colder out. Thick gray clouds are coming in from the east and the north, from the mountains.
I, I didn't introduce myself yet.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh, name's Dunnigan. I don't have much of a backstory for him yet, but he's kind of familiar with these lands. And he has, since you last saw him, Ogru, he adopted kind of like bird's eyes. And he's a barbarian totem warrior. Level 3.
Dunagan. How did we even get here, Dunagan?
I have no clue as I walk over.
Ogre would remember going through the quivering forest. Everyone kind of remembers like what route they got here, unless they were sent here by a spell.
Man, what a crazy last few days that was, and yeah, it just all comes through like a blur. I have to, maybe it's the ale, but it's a little hazy. This place is very strange.
You definitely do like your ale.
After I was forced into sobriety for all those years in the pits, it's nice to unwind now and again. A few times a day at least.
Oh yeah, I should probably introduce myself. Yeah, name's Barrow. I'm just an archer. Yeah, I basically shoot things. I'm basically come from a Tonami village, and I sat out here, started adventuring just to seek fame and fortune. Not much, really. It's very simple. Probably shooting things.
All right.
A pleasure to meet you there. I'm very interested in how you've acquired your abilities. It's taken me a lot of study and research just to do a few simple tricks. But you look like you just got it somehow.
Well, I did get a little bit of training from one of the village fighters. I think he left. Yeah, I left her now. I probably should have kept in contact with him. Name's George.
I wouldn't beat yourself up too hard. It's the life of an adventurer. We meet and forget way too many people. It's he kind of just motions for another ale. It's a good reason to take a drink at least.
Another ale's thrown to you.
He thinks about
Don't forget
it.
about me.
In hand, he kind of just passes everyone the drink they want. As he's kind of doing things, you all seem like capable adventurers yourselves. We don't get many of you around here. Mostly they're of the Vistani tribe. Very uncommon. And welcome to my tavern of the Hare and Hare. Here we had a problem recently. Our hunter and trappers have seemingly disappeared. And if the town scouts and seers, I guess the smarty pants here. They detect they think they see a storm coming. Uh, and, well, our friends have never been gone this long. Not ever. Uh, but it's good to see.
Sorry to interrupt you there, sir, but by storm, is this like a literal storm, or is this a little more like metaphorical, like bad things in the way?
Oh, it is definitely a real storm.
Oh, goodness.
And it's been abnormally cold in Barovia this year, quite strangely. But anyway, how rude of me. My name is Gregory Whirlbuck. He's kind of older and middle-aged, balding, and kind of has like stubby fingers.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Gregory, and I gotta say, you may not be the easiest on the eyes, but you sure know how to run a tavern. This place is great. Now, you can tell he gives the insult with a bit of jest. He's not really trying to offend or anything.
He'll kind of laugh. Oh, well, it's... thank you very much. I do try my hardest. The few travelers we do get around here often come in cold, so I try to keep them warm.
Fine service. Fine service.
And we have winter clothing if you would need it.
I didn't think I would. So if you got something in my size, I'd appreciate it. Hopefully, not too many stains in it.
Let me think. He'll give a yell back. He yells out to like someone named Vlad, and he says, "Bring me the box of winter gear, the smaller winter gear, and the large winter gear and stuff." And kind of.
Yeah, we need a youth large for my friend Lily here. We can't do anything without her.
Do you have a wider variety of it? I point to my shell and my voluptuous turtle figure.
We may be able to sort something out. Gloria, get over here. Here, take their measurements, would you? Or have your daughters or your sons or someone take their measurements. They need some modified winter gear. He'll say.
Thank you very much. I'm willing to, pay extra for the labor because, no problem.
Yeah, I feel like you might be able to help us, maybe with finding our friends. I think that would be a sufficient way to pay regular price. For now, usually it's about 4 gold, so I think we can manage to just leave it there.
Well, thank you. This is pretty fine.
It's very nice winter gear.
I'll give 5 because I asked for tea earlier. So there you go.
Oh, thank you very much. He'll kind of put it in a special box, or he'll put the extra coin in another box for like that it's not clear what it's for. Looks like it's probably helping others out.
Oh, Gregory.
We all take care of each other here, which is why we're so worried about our friends Laszlo and Elena. Normally they're back in 2-3 days, but they've been gone, I'd say nary 10 now. It's very unusual, and with the storm coming, we're quite concerned because young Elena is pregnant, and we wouldn't want her. It's not good to have her out there too long, you know?
She's with child.
We could use we hope we can help. And he'll grab a map, kind of a small map of the immediate area, and he'll say, they kind of went off to this trail here in the northwest here, or in the north here. and this is normally where they go. They tend to camp where they can, but they generally stay. He kind of points to the area on the map, and it's not too far away. It's like it's not even a few hours journey. It's pretty close.
I appreciate you showing us. I'll admit that I'm very unfamiliar with the surrounding area and even the near area.
Yeah, you don't look like anyone I've ever seen, I must add. Many of you are very interesting. We don't see many different types of people here.
So these two fellows, they say Elena and Laszlo, eh? And so they're lost out there, and we have this storm coming in. We really don't want her out there. So I guess time's probably of the essence, eh? And just out of character, I guess what time of day would it be right now, give or take?
It's like early morning, so it's kind of like the sun's just starting to start. Not the well, you don't really see the sun, but it's just starting to kind of light break.
Okay, so Ogru will kind of finish his flag in there, and he kind of pushes himself back in the stool and says, "Well, it's 1 o'clock somewhere. Didn't realize it was this early. Man, my head is spinning. But yeah, perhaps we should get a head start on this and find these guys before the storm comes in."
Yeah, and you may wish to speak to some of the other townspeople here. They may tell you things that might help find them or give you hints. If you find their furs, too, please do bring them back. We need them to trade with the Vistani that come by here. It is very important. It's one of the few ways that our village makes it. The few trades we can do. Oh.
Oh, my bad, I was muted. I'm having the conversation with you all the time while I'm also kind of like side-eyeing this like slight disturbance as, my other friends are up to some business.
So does anyone want to... What do you guys want to do? Do you want to head straight out, or do you want to talk to some of the townspeople?
Well, maybe some people in town are aware of possible reasons as to why they've been gone for thrice as long as usual. Maybe it could help us prepare to find them.
I think that's a great idea, Bran. I could impress him or distract him, perhaps. But if any of you else has a bit more silver of a tongue, I could probably let you take the reins on that one and just stand back if you need me.
They give you the descriptions. Elena's young, has kind of brownish red hair, for the most part, and then Laszlo is also a human, though he looks a little bit more gray and kind of colder. And normally, and then they also explain that Elena wears a choker emblazoned with a raven and like a green gem. And
Which makes Lily perk up really big. Hmm.
Laszlo is known to carry a very nice whip of sorts.
It's funny. Lily kind of eyes widen at the mention of the gym, and then and at the mention of the whip, you
Tell
see
me more.
Yeah, you see Ogru kind of finger the whip that he has on his own belt loop, and he's like, "A whip, you say?"
Yeah, not seen much nicer. It's quite uncommon, says another villager. They're another like, and they also kind of tell you, yeah, it's quite nice. They had quite nice equipment, I guess. But for as good of hunters as they are, I assume they would be.
That does make sense.
They also, many villagers, if you ask, they tell you that Laszlo and Elena, they kind of fell for each other pretty quick. And then recently, a woman tells you that, and Gregory, they both tell you that someone dropped off a wolf pup. Yeah, yeah. What was it? I think it was last night or the night before. There was a wolf pup tied to Gloria's porch. Uh, I brought him in, of course. Uh, we do tend to view wolves as quite the positive thing here in Oransu and in Barovia in general. In fact, they're quite prized and a symbol of status and loyalty. And he'll kind of show you that there's an image of like a wolf on the gold coin here.
Ooh.
And so
And
what's the plans for this wolf?
we don't know yet. Hopefully we can keep him here and have him as a part of the village. I intend to feed and nurture him. Hopefully. And he kind of again explains like usual hunting, and he's like, that's just how it is here. We love our wolves and our natural life here. Many people are not. A couple of people you speak to, most of them, as you're going, they're kind of afraid that their friends are dead, and they're just like, bring back what you can, if you can.
Well, all right. I'm willing to go check out for Laszlo and Elena, and I'd be interested to pop in and see this wolf pup too, perhaps before we go, and maybe just get a little acquainted.
He'll kind of pick him. He'll kind of pick him up from the floor and like kind of like set him on the counter.
And so
He's still pretty small.
Possibly find out who dropped him off. I have a little trick that'll allow me to speak to him.
Right. You hear that the people saw a wounded woman go into the village and seemingly drop something off. No one was exactly sure what it was. Well, now Gloria and Gregory know. But no one really saw who did it. They just saw that she was wounded heavily.
Okay. Well, this pup might know more than... Do you guys think it's worth speaking to this little pup, or do you guys think I should just leave it alone?
Well, the pup did come from the wilderness out there. Maybe it'll be helpful to talk to it.
All right.
I have to... If you guys got a few minutes, I have to ritual cast this for 10 minutes.
It's still pretty bright and early. I think we'll have time to get to where we need to go if you want to do that. Stay right there.
All right.
And people tell you that there haven't been wolves seen in the village for almost like 150 years or so. So there haven't really been wolves in the area in a long time. Until a larger silver wolf has been seen recently. Upon your casting, you kind of end up trying to speak with the pup, but he doesn't seem to understand much. He's very young. You get the impression that he was recently born within the last few weeks. He doesn't seem to fully understand language yet, but
Okay.
No, but he loves scratches behind the ear.
oh yeah. He'll kind of like shake his head and be wagging his tail as there's new adventures, kind of sniffing the characters that don't look human, kind of like out of curiosity, like, huh?
You
This is
should meet my Mastiff Gizzy. Y'all get along great.
I'll relay all that information to the rest of the party.
Good work, Doonigan. Hopefully we can get some answers about this little pup. I sure hope we can find his mom or somebody at least. My, he looks so young.
You get
And I'll
the
turn to the barkeep, probably lay off the solids for a little bit. He's a fresh pup. Like, very fresh pup.
he'll kind of motion someone into the kitchen, and you'll see that they're kind of like mashing meat pretty thin and like pretty small.
Okay.
They're doing their best here. People, if you ask, will tell you that they've seen some pointy-eared people near the village recently, out in the woods.
Ogru covers his ears.
Oh, it's no worry. They look more like us, but they haven't bothered us. They don't seem to want to come here for some reason. No idea why. But just so you know, there's just a small group, maybe 3, 4.
Okay, well, we'll sure keep an eye out for them, and if we see them, perhaps we can figure out what they're up to.
Capture and torture them for information?
And
Or ask them nicely?
Well, we could do that too.
I was just gonna
Couple
say
tap.
you say what everybody's thinking, but I guess not.
then 2 people tell you, a couple people tell you that Laszlo and Elena were pretty kind, and Elena had a very soft spot for children, despite her being kind of a rage machine a little bit. She gets she gets kind of angry, but if there's kids that need help, she kind of melts and gets super motherly.
Alright.
Now, we don't
And
know
then-
anybody like that. Side-eyeing Doonigan. Flies into rages? Wow, that'd be interesting to meet someone like that.
Yeah, I don't know who'll do that.
And he'll say, well, if you agree to help us, you can stay here as long as you need and at low cost, and we will make sure you have good food and good drink. Though that storm should hit today, so
Well, I suppose we should get going then. What do you guys think?
Sounds about right. Let's set out. Oh, what's the pup's name again? Or
they
does he
haven't.
not have a name?
He hasn't been named yet.
Alright.
Well, I don't know. Well, I'm still working on that one. No.
Would my speak with animals still be available?
Yes, it's still active.
Okay.
I'd say.
When they come up with a name, if they do it right now, I'll tell the pup his name.
The party wants to name him, they can.
I vote for Scrappy. He looks like a fighter.
It's 1 vote for Scrappy.
Well, we have to make sure we find him and that he didn't succumb to nature.
You want to name him Nature?
Well, no, I don't want to name him until we actually found him and make sure he didn't just be killed by some random thing.
Oh, he's
Fair
not
enough.
Joining us, I didn't think he was.
No, it's a puppy. They definitely don't want you taking a puppy, and plus wolves here are very prized, so that would be quite the egregious offense to these people, especially given their hospitality. You can kind of
I wouldn't want to put a pupper in danger.
Yeah.
Never. The only animals I ever willingly would attack are the ones they would throw in the arena with us, and it never felt good, I'll say that. But if you guys are ready, I am. He kind of checks his pack and stuff, and he pulls out his spell book and kind of makes sure he's got his list of spells prepared and things like that. And he's who wants to lead the way?
Oh,
As we leave, I'll grab my pack out of my cart.
Okay.
Let's head out.
All right. As you're outside, you do notice again that the clouds are gray and heavy. It looks like it's about to rain. You can tell it kind of rained the night before. Ice is going along and all over the cobblestoned roads and things. There's icicles falling from rooms. On your way to the forest entry, you see lots of people just putting furs and things up, winterizing their homes. And you find the trail. Oops, that's the wrong click. So here you are here. Oh. And what is that there? I didn't put tokens up yet. Oops. All right. Oh, that is way larger than I expected.
Oh, Gru!
Order cast in large. Oh.
Like
Whoa.
3 times. I don't know, you can stack that one up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Gruzilla!
So it's fairly dark here still. It's kind of dim-ish light, but dark snow clouds are definitely in the sky, and it's very overcast where there's not sky. The terrain is frozen solid completely. And is everyone's wearing the winter gear they bought, right?
For sure.
Yes.
yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, paid some good hard
so-
gold for that.
It is also pretty gloomy, but you can tell that it gets pretty bright here in the day. It might get bright here in a couple hours. There's snow along the roads and things here. Doesn't smell like a whole lot. There's a lot of evidence of native fauna, but most of it's dead given the winter. So a chill wind blows from the low mountains northwest, carrying the hint of the coming winter. Laszlo and Elena were last known to be on a hunting trip out here, so you know you're on the right trail. You're on the trail for about an hour, and so they travel the road. Where is this? We go to the next. And you see a cart and a man. That's not the one we wanted. Here. Right, yeah. Okay. Do. Move him up to token. And go ahead and make some perception checks for me.
I got
All
it.
right. Cool. So you definitely see him. He looks like he's struggling, and it looks like he's doing something. He's either, and then you can see that some people kind of are moving around it with that 20 there, Bran. And that 14, you mostly see him, and you kind of see all of you see the river in the up to the north here. You can hear it's pretty loud.
Even with my 2.
Oh, with the 2, you see snow fall off the tree next to you.
Okay. At least I saw something.
17, you do see a lot of the same thing. You see him, and you see you see some kind of movement out in the trees out here, and here. It's not a whole lot though. Doesn't seem just that much movement. A lot more movement from animals and such. Yes.
Seems like everything is preparing for the coming winter, not just the townsfolk.
All right.
And so,
If
go ahead. Sorry.
it's okay, we'd like to. If it's okay, we approach the stranger.
Yeah, you can absolutely approach the stranger.
He doesn't seem hostile or anything like that.
Not right now. No, he doesn't seem hostile. You can roll an insight check if you want.
Don't blame
The
me for
closer
always
you get.
expecting the worst.
I have no reason to. I will happily approach. I cannot seem to drag this token though, so is it okay if I bring out another one?
Yeah, did it not? Why is it not?
Yeah, I can't move my token either.
Me either.
Okay, let me see if I can fix that.
You want to see if I can drag mine out? Because I have it over the mat.
Yeah, here I can. Oh,
I
all
cannot
right.
shrink it though, but I can select it.
Okay. How about now? Let's see what else.
I think Lily, you might just have to drag yours out if you can.
Yeah, it should let you.
You want to
I can
explain to
try
me how to do
dragging it
that?
out too. Here, I'll.
Yeah, no problem. If you on the where it says characters on the little like newspaper tab or on the journal one, if
Oh, okay.
not the actual picture, but yeah, the name. If you do the picture, it'll do something weird. But there you go.
I'll follow the turtle since I don't know what's happening.
I will follow, but maintain a distance, ready to defend.
I have no reason
Cool.
to be suspicious, and I have a party of strong adventurers with me. I feel completely confident that he's not going to harm us in any way. I'll be polite and say, "Oh, hello."
As you're walking up, he'll kick his wheel. Ah, blast it down, junk.
Did the cart say mean things to you? Is that why you're kicking it?
It's busted. Uh, see, if you go ahead and give me some more perception checks for what's going on around you, and then
Already.
anyone interacting with him, he'll say, someone help. He'll look at the strongest member of the party, who looks strongest, so the turtle, and so Bran and Dune again, and he'll say, can one of you help me lift my wagon here?
I am not the strongest, but I can provide. What do you call those things that help you lift the car? The car jack or something?
Yeah,
I
something like
I move closer. I retreat into my shell,
all right.
and and you can hear my voice from the inside. Oh, so you can just adjust me, and I'll provide elevation to help keep this thing if we're repairing it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, that would be most helpful. What were those checks?
I'll say I'll lift the cart if you guys want to push Bran under it.
Umbro, with that 20, you see a medium-sized creature hiding about here on the ping.
Where are you? What are you doing? Why are you hiding? I say that out loud.
Oh, he looks over, doesn't say anything immediately, but kind of stands up and draws weapons.
Ooh, where's that? Fire!
And this guy, he'll be like, get him, boys! He'll yell.
I'm still waiting for someone to adjust me while
Just-
I'm in my shell. what's taking long? What's happening?
I'll kind of
You
nudge
see,
her and say, we're being attacked."
May I
yep,
emerge from my shell now, or will I
yes, you
do that
may.
later? All right, I emerge.
So
All
was it
right.
this guy next to us who yelled, "Get him, boys"?
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
lord!
Right as you guys go to lift the target or lift the cart, and you kind of see. Oh, why is it not letting me?
The moment you trust a guy, he buries the hilt all the way in your back.
So there are two. Let me see if I can get this other. Oh, I put it on the wrong. Okay. Or it's not going to let me grab that guy.
Roll initiative, or are we still waiting?
Yeah, roll initiative for me.
All right. If you'd be so kind, DM us to. Thank you.
Oh shit. Yeah. Cool.
Can you just add me to the thing?
Yeah. Uh. All right. Let's see. 5.1. Okay. Wait, really? What was your roll? Oh,
Mine was
16.
16.
Okay. All right. The hell? And then we got. Ooh. Anyone missing from the initiative order?
Why you rolling a 16 doing again?
Why am I? Because,
That was supposed to be my number doing again.
I mean, the fate said it's our number.
Okay, you can go first.
Hey, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Okay. Jeez. Where is?
Prepare your defenses.
Well, I mean, they were supposed to. Well, then.
I'm still a little salty
Okay.
about this guy tricking us like that.
All right. Where the hell is the initiative
We made a
tracker?
very conscious decision to trust him.
Oh well, wouldn't be the first time I got betrayed.
That is true. That is true.
Van Deer. Maybe I should type right.
It's like
Or
picking a
not.
scab, it feels like. Jeez, I don't know what my neighbor is doing in this apartment, but they're just like steady beating on the wall or something. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm. What else? What's the other one?
Dude, the D&D version of Carjack. A turtle and a barbarian.
That was an awesome idea. That was.
Okay.
I was like, we're about to help this guy straight up.
Uh,
But now we're about to teach him a lesson, which I guess is its own form of help.
There's only two of them?
there is two. You see two scouts and one guy that looks like a captain.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I can guess which one that is.
Yeah.
Coming
This
for you.
one and this one. The
Can you
other
see
one
them both?
is. I see these two. These two.
Perfect. I got one more to add.
Okay.
For some reason,
Okay.
I don't see the tokens.
It might be in the wrong layer.
Let me see. One. That's the only ones I see.
Oh shit! Hang on. I gotta refresh the page because it's being silly. So, first in the initiative order is the captain, it looks like. Okay. I don't know why the second one's not showing up.
So
Damn
just when in doubt, if you need to, you can just right click the guy and copy, and then just paste, and then it may not be the exact way you were trying to get it done, but I'm not sure where you wanted him to be. If you want to move him.
Oh, I didn't mean to copy him twice there.
Oh, that was me. My bad.
Yeah, they're coming from the sides. They're trying to ambush this way. Did got name Umbro want to move up at all before combat started?
Yeah, I think I kind of want to be in the center, I guess. Like right there, yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So then, see, they got to roll the guard. This guy will draw weapons and try to take a swing at the barbarian because he feels like that is the larger threat at the moment.
Wow, attacking a barbarian before he gets to rage. How dare he?
What is that he gets? Perfect. Okay. Jesus. All right. All right. Does a 23 hit?
No, it does not. I'm just joking. It does.
Oh, it's like, whoa, nice.
This is gonna
Okay.
be easy.
Let's see. Okay, cool.
I think I spelled that right. How much do I take?
Uh, 8. It looks like.
8 points that I could have halved to 4. How dare he?
Okay, Umbra's turn.
Okay,
Zero. Excuse me.
this is an enemy. This is an enemy, correct?
Here. Oh. Yeah, that guy right next to you. He is in melee range. Those two and him. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to move away. He gets an off attack.
He does. Okay.
Move
See what
behind the wizard for cover.
Wizards make great cover, don't they? Okay. Really another that. That's a
Oh,
16.
that actually hits my armor class.
Shit. All right. That's gonna be. Okay, he hits much less hard. 5.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to blow a hole in his head with sharpshooter. Let's see if I can hit. Do I want to do it? I hate burning resources, but might as well burn one superiority die.
Okay,
So let's see. That's going to be a 17 to hit. That's a precision attack.
that'll hit.
So let's see. 17 piercing at the superiority die, which is to add it to the. I'm trying to figure out if it adds it to the damage roll. Let me double check.
Is that a 17 to hit or 17 damage?
That is 17 damage.
Ouch. Okay.
But I'm pretty sure it was sharpshooter, so it adds an extra 10.
All right.
But I'm not sure if that's before or after sharpshooter.
The 10 seems to already be in that 17 damage. That's why it's
That's
17.
definitely why. That's true. Yeah, okay, yeah. The spirit die for that maneuver is just attack rolls. End of turn.
All right. Let's see. How much health does this fool have? Well, that drops him. So he's one shot. Let's see. All right, next person's turn is
Nice.
what's your dex modifier there, Dunigan?
My modifier is 2.
2. All right. Go ahead and go first then.
All right, and I'll like to rage and say to the captain, "You attack me before I'm raging?" And I pull out my great sword and attack.
All right.
15 to hit.
Hey, look. That will just hit. Roll damage.
15 points of damage.
Okay. Let's see. Next person's turn. It is the bandit. So he will take a swing at the person right in front of him.
Oh Lord. Oh shit! Fire save patches. Yeah, that hits.
Good thing he doesn't have improved critical.
Oh, that definitely hits. Can I have reaction right now?
Do you get a reaction? You might.
Yeah, I cast shield.
Okay. Well, cool. All right.
I think he might still hit.
Yeah, does he? What's your AC?
Well, if it's a yeah, he beats the AC by 1.
Okay. Nice. All right. Well, it's only 4 damage. Uh-oh. He's a little weaker than the other guy. All right. Oh, why is this not in descending? Hang on. There we go. All right. Ungru, your turn, it looks like. Ogru.
Okay. Well, let me just make a quick measurement. So let me double check, but I might be able to do something kind of cool. So maybe y'all can help me at this a little bit. But if I kind of dodge between the trees over here, sidling up close to this fool, and I use a 15-foot cone, I would be able to hit him and the captain, right?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
So I go 1 and then 2. Okay, so I'm going to use Burning Hands, and I'll use it at second level. So you'll just see, you'll see Ogru kind of like dipping through the trees. Mostly now, really like Lily, you'll kind of be able to see mostly as he kind of creeps up to the side, and with the shout, he reveals himself and does the typical burning hands, thumb spread, finger spread action, and then I'll need a dexterity save from both of those guys.
Yep. What is their dex modifier again? So he has. Okay. He has a saving throw. So the captain gets his saving throw at that, and then what's the next saving throw? Still dex. Where is that? Okay, doesn't say, so I'm just gonna go that. You didn't say that. All right. Next in the turn order.
Okay, so if they do save, they'll still take half damage. So
Oh, yeah.
it'll just be 7 with it being
That's right.
halved. So they'll both
Okay.
take 7 fire damage. Yeah, as you see, like maybe the soft smell from the leaves kind of being crisped a little bit, but you definitely see the snow just melting all around their feet. It's like a barren patch there now, where all around the snow is starting to pile up with the early winter coming on. And looks like that will be it for Ogre.
Okay. And the other guy is hurting from getting burned. But otherwise, all right. Oh, does that reset it?
It looked like some people you moved like 3 down. I think it was the bandit captain's turn next.
Oh, no, I'm supposed to go last after
Yeah.
Lily. Yeah.
So it's. There we go. Yep, it's still in order. Okay. So it is Lily's turn, right?
Did
Okay.
did the scout go? Did he go before me?
Yeah, he went before you.
Okay, then everything should be good.
Hey, descending order.
But how did I get a 32?
It should be a 16, right?
Yeah.
All right. That turn order is getting frustrating. So okay.
It looks like it keeps resetting weirdly. I'm not because he got 32
Yeah.
again. So they'll give him 16.
I mean, I'll take the 32 in this.
Oh, let me look.
So it should be good now if we'll just go to Lily and then everybody's in. Now Dunigan's got 16 again somehow, but let's fix that.
Oh, I might. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, now it should be good. I'm not. I don't know what was happening there.
All right. That's okay.
All right, we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to cast Firebolt at the bandit that took a swipe at me.
Heck yeah. All right. Is that a? That's a dex save, right?
Um, no, it's a cantrip.
Oh, okay. Oh, and it just hit. Does it hit? Is it an attack?
Yeah, it's an attack.
Okay.
Crit.
The fire's being.
Perfect. All right. So that is double damage, right?
Mm-hmm. Switch
Alright.
that to
3d10s.
Roll for damage.
Nice.
Yep, first crit. All right.
that did a flat roll, damn it.
14. Let's see.
Yeah.
He was already hurt. 7, so he bursts from being hit by the firebolt and he's toast. All right. Next
And
is
can I take my bonus action to hide?
yes.
Okay. Stealth
Roll
check.
me stealth. Yeah.
23.
That does it.
Hide.
All right. Okay. It is Braun's turn.
Sure. There is a damage. This guy looks like he got hurt by the fire already. Yes.
Mhm.
Sword.
Yeah, he got
I
hit with burning
Okay.
hands.
I open my hand and a bell comes out in the shape of a turtle shell. I ring it and then I have to ask him to make me a wisdom saving throw as I cast Toll the Dead. If he fails the wisdom save, it's 8 because he's already damaged. The 2 ignore that.
Okay. See, what is his? Click the right thing here. Really?
Don't worry about it. He saves, then he saves. I will
Alright, sweet.
I will continue to shame him for for betraying a person's trust, because that's one of the most important gifts a person can give you.
He'll laugh.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. He won't be laughing very long. I take a step back. He can hit me if he wants,
Ooh.
All right.
but he'll roll at disadvantage as I do warding flare to hurt his eyes.
See. Got that big.
Mhm.
All right. 9 probably
Nope, will not.
plus
And
5 does not hit. Yeah.
I will take a step back and wait for my party member to just decimate him. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Turn order has reset. The bandit will see. It's not like he can move. Well, he could take a 5-foot step and attack. So he'll go here, and he'll take another swing at Doonigan. That's 20.
Bring it.
Nope. Oh, that's not it. Hang on.
1D.
I did not mean to say 1d5. There we go. He'll miss. Most certainly, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, it is now your turn.
It's actually Umbero.
That's right. Umbro.
Okay, so let's hope I can continue to hit him. Do I want to? Nah, I'm not gonna do it. It just misses. Probably 11. End of turn.
Mm-hmm. That'll miss. Okay. Next.
I will just say miss me and then attack with a 7. I'll make it actually a reckless attack.
All right.
So I get advantage, but he gets advantage on me.
Mm-hmm.
16 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
And then as I'm hitting him, I say, but I hit you with 11 to hit.
11 damage.
Yeah.
All right. Next person's turn.
All right, so one last little lonely leader left.
Mm-hmm.
He's not much of a leader with nobody to lead.
It's all too true. So, I'll just take a step forward, and I have my spell book in one hand, and I'll take my whip in the other, and I'm just gonna try to lash at him. Only a 13.
That will miss.
Okay, so yeah, he feels the hot crack of the whip snap right in front of his face, just coming a little bit short. And then as his eyes kind of would focus behind that, they see Ogru grinning as he knows this guy's time is short no matter what. And that'll be it for me.
Okay.
It's on to me then.
Yep.
I'm going to pop out of hiding and fire my short bow at you. Sneaky, sneaky, you don't see me.
You get that sneak attack. Okay.
Wrong one, same thing though.
Yep.
15
Alrighty.
to hit.
That'll just hit. Roll your damage. You get an extra d6, right, for it being sneak attack? Or do you get more for your level?
It's already there. I see the
Already
12.
there.
Oh, 17. Ouch. All right. Pretty hefty hit. It's not liking that too much.
And then bonus action back to hide.
Oops. Okay. That is, let's see. Okay, he does not see you.
Sweet. As our little hobgoblin body hears giggles from behind the bush.
Getting it done.
All right. Looks like it is next person's turn.
Looks like it'll be Bran.
Yeah.
That would be me. And I will. I can't believe that he still has that standing. So let's make another attempt.
Yep.
I ring the bell again. Let's see. If he succeeds, he takes nothing. If he fails, he takes 4. The 8 is for ignore that one.
He fails.
4
for
points.
once.
Hooray.
Nice. 4 points of damage, he said? Or 8?
It's 4. The 8 is different. It's if he's not missing any hit points as per Toll the Dead. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. He is still standing.
Okay. I mean,
God.
yeah. I mean, I tell him, you could still always surrender.
Surrenders for the weak, he says.
Okay.
Your funeral guy.
I'd rather be
Right.
weak than dead, but okay. I'll take another step. I'll take another step back, and that'll be me.
See, where can he can't really go anywhere, so
He does get advantage on me if he swings on me.
Masochist.
holy shit.
Because I reckless.
All my
Okay.
homies be reckless.
So He is going to super panic here. First, he's gonna swing his sword at you, his scimitar. 10 at you. Doing again. I don't think a 10 hits your AC.
Nope. I have a 15.
Well, he does have advantage, right? So he gets to
Yeah.
roll that
Oh,
again.
that's right. Okay.
Still
14
misses.
probably doesn't hit either. Wow. All right, and he has another, and then he's gonna swing at you with a dagger. So he has a multi attack. Oops. Make sure I get that space in there.
Also gets advantage.
Does it?
Yep. Any attack against me gets advantage until my next turn.
All right. Well, a 9 looks like it misses. So
Roll
that'll be his turn. He only gets what? Like, does he get one of those? Yeah. Nope. Okay. I believe it is your turn. On Burrow.
Okay, shooting at him. Let's see if I hit. I'm not even gonna drop anything on that. It misses.
Yeah.
End of turn.
Okay.
Alright, I'll go miss me again. Wow. You are a pretty pitiful bandit.
He's. I mean, yeah.
I'm recklessing again
Sweet.
with a 15 to hit.
That will hit.
This is how you strike your foe with 15 damage.
And that just finishes him. So he drops, and that is the end of combat. Y'all can search the bodies now if you want, and the cart.
Okay, I would like to look for anything that maybe like ties to any sort of allegiance, or perhaps maybe they were just some, band of scallywags.
Yeah, they seem to just be some random bandits. No one seemed to hire them or anything like that.
Okay.
So if you search them, their gear isn't worth much. You might get 20 gold for it. But you do find a scroll of create bonfire. And you see some tracks.
Look back here. There's I recognize this. A scroll. I might be able to use this if we start to freeze. I could probably create a little bonfire for us if we need, or one of you could take a look at it if you like.
Well,
You also
hopefully we'll have no need to use it. I do have torches to spare and a few spell slots for fire in case we need it. But ooh, those are tracks. I can't see really clearly in the dark. Excuse me. I pick up a pebble from the ground. I cast light on it, and then I will hold it out like a flashlight because I cannot see.
okay. The tracks seem to head north-ish, and in the cart you find more cold weather gear and furs. And it will have So
Do the furs look in quality condition or do they look ragged?
yeah, give me an insight check on the furs.
Oh god, insight.
Don't worry, this is
Can we
kind of a
all
low.
make the attempt?
Yeah, anyone can make the attempt. Anyone.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably
I got
something.
5.
Let's see.
I'm gonna be right back. Sorry.
Yep. All right. Whoops. Will this let me navigate? Okay. It kind of seems like these furs belonged to someone. They clearly stole it, and you could probably assume that they were headed for Aranzu.
I see. Oh, um, weren't there? What's the word? The Stani? Ron asked the party.
Yeah, Vistani. Normally they would they would probably want to trade for something like this, but it doesn't seem this kind of seems like they got it recently. Because the furs are relatively in like relatively beat up shape. They haven't been treated yet. Um, but it looks like if you have to wear them, they'll do in a pinch.
All right.
But if it does seem like they belong, it does. It's pretty obvious that these furs were stolen with those rolls. It's just not clear from who. Did we get another one? Perfect. You pretty much think that they belong to and know that they belonged to Laszlo and Elena. So that's at least your theory, and that's the most fitting.
I do seem to recall Gregory mentioning they had some of those furs, and that if we could, they could use those still. I guess maybe it'd help us get a little bit more of a reward from old Gregory there.
Cool. So you grab the furs and see where's the page end? It's there. Okay, as you're traveling up the the roadway here, you come to a river here. Okay, and it's a pretty loud river. It's kind of flowing, but you see a shoe or a boot right at the shoreline. Oops, I'm on the wrong page. So you come down from this way. Oops. And then you kind of see a boot that's sitting around the
We're over
shore.
here. Sorry, we're over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Uh, you can see that there's some trees around you, and the river's pretty large, but you see one boot here, and then some trails kind of like it seems to go near the water and around the water. Uh, yeah.
Hmm. Oh,
Uh,
you could copy and paste us from the previous map to here, so that you don't have to do that over and over.
I could, couldn't I? Okay. Oops. Copy. All right. So, what do? You do see the tracks are kind of on the other side as well a little bit, and it looks like you could probably knock a tree or two down and get across the river okay. And across the river you see
Mhm.
you also see a cart that's kind of decrepit and a tree growing from it, a silverish looking tree with something shiny hanging from it.
Is it this one, perhaps? Across?
Yeah, it'll be there. You'll see it more like this area. and because you can see a trail. I wish I could had a better map, but there's like more of a trail behind this. Okay. What is that? Cool. All right. So do you attempt to cross the river?
Is the current tolerable?
The current looks like it'll be rough. You're probably more worried about it being a little cold in the water, but
Mm-hmm.
you
How
see
deep is the water if I put my greatsword in it?
how what? It's probably like waist deep for you in this spot. Or right, yeah, right around here. It looks like it's pretty much waist deep or chest deep.
Well, if if push comes to shove, I can always get that bonfire going for us on the other side and prevent us from freezing too much. And I know, Bran, you said you had a way you could help keep us warm too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Torch fire and snuggling, if you're all okay with it.
So if you
Such
roll
heat radiating from that shell. Wow, I didn't expect that.
Well, heat radiates from everyone, as long as you're a living creature, that is. So we crossing?
Yeah, if you want to. Or you could roll survival.
Okay. I would like to make the attempt. May I cast guidance on myself before that?
Sure, you can, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Popped up
Believe.
last night, I guess.
Perfect. All right. You
Really?
see that yeah. There's a bit of a small slope right here, and this tree looks like it might be tall enough to reach a little bit over where it would be, say, knee deep for most of the party. The tree looks like it'll end here,
Okay. I
and that
point
one
this
looks
out.
like it'll fit nicely over these rocks, and you could use the rocks as a bridge, and the tree as a bridge if you wanted.
Okay. I will point this out to the party, and hopefully we can get across without any with minimal risk.
And then anyone athletic enough can jump across, but might want something in this area. Oops.
Okay. I do inform the party of this, and if they are gonna proceed to use the trees as a makeshift bridge, I will happily bestow upon them the guidance of Sune.
Eat.
I think I can just jump across.
Okay.
But I would rather wait to see what the rest of the party decides.
Yeah, perhaps Dunagan, you might help me with your great strength. I might be able to make it across, but I'm sure you could fell this tree quite easily.
Let's see. Well, I don't have a great axe, I have a great sword.
Does anyone have like a hand axe or anything?
Oh wait, I have a hand axe, huh?
You can use that. It'll take you some time to chop the tree down, though. Uh, it's not super thick, but it looks like thick enough to walk on. You probably want to get it on the flowing side of the rocks first, so it kind of stays put.
Okay.
But it looks like it'll probably take you.
I rolled a 15 if you wanted me to roll a strength check.
All right, it'll take you a few
Initiative.
minutes, about 10 minutes to chop it down. It's a bit rough, but it happens.
The end of the charging is Type C, and they didn't give you plug it in the wall.
You can now. The party can now pretty much safely cross the bridge if they want. Cross the river if they want to.
Nice.
And I will clamber up the tallest one and ride across on shoulders.
Cool.
I am 3'4". Give me a break.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely don't want to be swimming.
Right, don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right, so I'll
After,
carefully make my way.
Before we go, I think one of us should climb a tree and get a better view of the cart, just in case. Because
Okay.
you described a silver tree, right? Growing out
Yeah,
of it?
growing through a cart. It's kind of hard to tell what it is from the distance you're at, but you can just see it, and you see another little. You see a trail around here, and it seems to. You can't see what it leads to, but it looks like it leads somewhere, and it's pretty. It's kind of like it would. I'd say it's like 100 yards to the right of the tree is another trail.
Okay. Shall if the party gives no objections, I would like to cross the makeshift bridge, if that's okay.
Yep.
Lead the
Sure.
way. Gotta make sure it's safe first.
And assuming everyone's careful, they cross without too much problem. Okay.
You want me to pop yours in?
We're about to go to another page here. Which one did I put that on? Is it this one? Yep. Okay. Here we go. The loud rushing water still behind you, and now roll me some perception on the tree. And knowledge nature, if someone wants to roll that.
Sorry, was that?
Yeah, I need some survival and perception and
Where should we be, at the bottom of the map or next to the thing?
yeah, you can be next to it. So you came in from this way. Here, I can paste everyone in real quick. Or
Yeah, I got one of them.
Sure, please.
hopefully. No?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
weird.
it's only
I know.
it's pasting only one.
Yeah, I tried to do that to help you out real quick, and it did the same thing to me. It must be like a little glitch. That's weird.
Whatever. I'll just do it this way.
Copy and pasting from the previous map instead.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, let's try that again.
Broadvarosaur.
I don't know why I did it that way. Copy. Boom. Oh, no, that didn't work either.
Yeah, it's being very selective for some reason. Because I just tried it as well. I highlighted everybody, and it only gave me 3 of us.
Yeah.
And a cart.
And the cart that it wasn't supposed to copy.
Something's oops, my bad. Something's glitching on the system though, because yeah, that's the right way to do it and everything. I'm not sure why I won't paste everybody. So yeah, I guess if y'all could.
Okay. It has been a couple hours. Let's see what those rolls were here. Cool. So let's see, with that survival check, you notice that the storm clouds have moved in a bit more. And you see that there is it looks like a ring or an instrument of some kind is hanging from the tree, and there seems to be some things inscribed on it.
So with my nature check, it doesn't look natural.
This looks really weird. This tree, one, shouldn't even be in this region. Two, it shouldn't, like, this kind of thing takes years to happen, but the cart looks like it was crashed recently. So this tree seems to be about 50 times the size it's supposed to be right now.
Oh, so it's a huge ass tree.
It's not huge. It's only like 15 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
but it looks like it's had years of growth, and that's a bit odd.
Would a 13 Arcana check tell me anything?
There is some magic around here. It looks like maybe it was related to a spell, and normally something like this doesn't happen without magic. You would know that someone had to have cast some sort of spell.
Do I see any animals or hear any birds chirping?
You do not see any birds chirping. You do see, and some trees off to the south. You do see a little bit of like evidence of bloodhawks, but you know that you're far enough away that they won't bother you.
Okay.
You kind of know if you stay like 50 feet from them, or 40 feet from them, they'll kind of leave you alone.
Okay. So, strange 15-foot tall tree that's not supposed to be native to this land, and there's a cart that was recently crashed on it, yeah?
Yeah, the tree seems to have grown through the cart, and the cart looks
Hmm.
freshly painted.
Freshly painted, okay. No traces of anything left by its driver or passenger?
None.
Okay.
So you see Ogru kind of like flipping through his spell book, and he's like, "Well, I don't think I know what spell yet, but this is clearly magic. Maybe they had some sort of item on them, or potion of sorts, or some kind of weird seed."
You see a hanging tambourine on the tree, and a message is on the tree as well. So there's something inscribed.
Oh.
And it is definitely blood inscribed on both the tree and the tambourine.
Oh.
Try and
What's
read.
it say?
Family is the cruelest of curses.
Oh, sheesh. Okay.
Uh,
The family you were born into or the one you choose? Because those are different things sometimes.
and you can see some elf tracks around here. It's pretty obvious. There's no real hiding them, and it looks like they're heading back towards Oransu, or in that area. And you see tracks going up. Let's see. A little bit to the north. Further up here, you see more tracks. The tree does seem weird. If you want to still look at that.
For sure. The trails, the tracks, blood on them? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
There's that. Yeah, you see blood.
Can we tell how long it's been? So that we can estimate if whoever was bleeding is still alive or not.
Make me investigation or medicine.
All right.
You have it.
Sune guide me. Believe. 12.
12. You're not exactly sure. It looks fairly recent. Maybe in the past day or so. It definitely, the trail looks like it kind of got heavier. It definitely looks like there was one or two people, and they are heading up this way.
May I ask again the inscription? It says family is the what curse?
Is the cruelest of curses.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
Does anybody have an interest in this What did you say the instrument was?
It is a tambourine.
Anybody have interest in this tambourine?
Probably could take it and sell it.
Yeah. It's worth about 10 gold. You can tell.
Everything counts.
So,
I'm sure there's someone out there who would appreciate it. Gotta
This
admit that
was-
message is a little unsettling, though. So who knows what the previous owner was like?
And the way the tambourine was hanging, it's pretty obvious someone intentionally hung it there, as if they wanted someone to either take it or find it.
In the cart, do I see anything?
No, there's nothing in the cart. It's empty,
Okay.
which is a little unusual. And
I don't hear birds chirping around here, which is
Yeah.
odd because we're in
Uh,
the forest.
make me a survival or nature check with advantage.
Who, me?
Anyone, yeah. Yeah, if on that the bird's not chirping, go ahead and make that on advantage. Okay. You're not entirely. Oh wait, where is it? That's the medicine. Cool. Cool. 18. Remember there is a storm coming, and you know that animals tend to get the hell away from storms, especially ones like this. And you know that I guess you kind of know that any birds that would be in this area would definitely have been either hunkering down anywhere they could, or flew more south of the storm.
Seems like a doozy of a storm is coming. We should hurry up.
It's been a couple hours. It's been a few hours now. It looks a lot closer than it did when you left Aransu. So let's see. Hopefully, let's try this again. All right. Do you follow the trail north?
Yes, please. If it
Agreed.
seems that it's the freshest.
Oh, that was the wrong one. Okay. This here. All right. You find what looks like a campsite. Coming up, it seems to lead in this way. So you're here. Oh,
Oh, I was printed on. Sorry. It actually worked. Kind of.
it worked this time. Here, let's shrink you down to a
There's
square. All right. Want me to delete the one of them? There we go. And you can roll perception or investigation or yeah.
All right.
In this area. Perfect. There was absolutely a scuffle here. You can definitely tell that there was a group, or there was at least two people in this area, and there was a fight. And you also definitely see what looks like somebody laying on the ground in the snow, and they are clearly unconscious. And that's everyone sees that.
Well, let's check on them. Perhaps that could be who we seek. And then he's in much more of a hurry than like he'll allow himself to show, but he runs forward to check on the person. And does it seem like it would be someone more in some rougher clothes, or perhaps like a person back from the town?
He is quite nicely dressed. And roll me medicine with advantage and insight regularly.
Okay, so I'll do the insight real quick, and looks like I got a straight 13 for that.
Okay.
And then for the medicine though, real quick, I'll just be like, I think he may be breathing. Do one of you want to take a closer look? And then, of course, I did the insight.
Okay. Waiting for it to pop up here. On that medicine check, he is very clearly dead. He's very dead.
And it was a 13 on the insight.
Cool. He You think his clothes match the description of what Laszlo was last seen wearing.
Mm.
Oh.
Perception. So you see wounds on him, and his wounds are looks like he was killed by an animal. Bran, you see something shiny in his fire pit, and
I
you
was
see his whip on the ground.
reading him as kind of just or perceiving the area.
Okay. You see tracks heading up further north, up that way as well. If anyone that rolled 13 or above, or 12 and above, actually. And then you can definitely tell that these crates or a couple of the crates have some more of the furs. You see his survival bag, and it has the things in it, and you find his whip of warning. Uh, or his whip. And and you see the silver dagger in the fire pit.
I'm going to go for the dagger.
These. All right, the dagger. Once you take a look at it, matches the description of the dagger that reportedly belonged to Laszlo as well.
Oh no.
So now people can make me some checks. Insight mostly.
I wanted to do one really quick. I did an animal handling, and I don't have any mods, but I did get a 20 on this one. And
A 20.
I was just trying to see if we could determine like what kind of animal from the wounds.
Some kind of wolf.
Okay, so while everyone else has been kind of, looking around the camp and stuff, I was bent over his body, and I finally, lift my head up, and I'm like, well, it's the strangest thing. This looks like the wounds from a wolf, and if I remember correctly, Gregory told me they just weren't around much, so this is quite unusual, don't you think?
The tracks for the wolf seem rather large. In fact, they seem rather large even for dire wolves. And you find wolf teeth in some of his wounds.
I'll go. If this is Laszlo, where was his significant other?
You don't know, but you do see blood heading. You do see a little bit of blood heading north.
Okay, so do I see humanoid tracks and wolf tracks, or
You see only wolf tracks heading north. It looks like. I mean, you see a little bit, but any human tracks you see look like they lead right back here, kind of thing. See two.
Okay.
So.
Well, I guess there's tracks heading north, but they're not humanoid. No signs of the other lady,
Mm-hmm.
though.
What were those medicine checks again? It looks like he's been dead almost a week. Maybe 5 days, if that helps people. And it looks like he successfully wounded the whatever attacked him. And there is charred. Actually, yeah, looking at it because you have the dagger, you see a little bit of charred blood on the dagger. And then after a little bit, with all the commotion going on in the camp, 3 elves walk out, and they kind of seem to come out from a couple different directions, mostly there, and one comes down, another comes over here. You recognize her as an elf you met. Well, Ogru and Doonigan recognize it as Aya of Aya Glenmere, and she is accompanied by two people. Anyone that's met Aya, so if you've encountered her in any other adventures, you recognize her immediately.
Oh, hey, Aya.
Hmm. I'm
Oh,
not sure if I have, but I've played other modules before. I just don't remember if she was there.
I've never run into her, so I'm like, Lily being a rogue has got weapons ready to just slash at people.
the elves are clearly in a state of surrender. They look rather they look rather emaciated. So it looks like they've kind of been out here for a while, and they don't look too good right now. They're looking kind of hurt and not healthy.
Well,
So I say we search them, put them around the campfire, and give them some food and interrogate them.
They're friendly. I had help in the past.
Always take the fun out of everything.
So her two compatriots will just sit down, and
I'll take a tinder box and try to relight the fire for some warmth.
okay, it kind of it takes a bit, but it's kind of a rough start, but you get it. The stuff's a little wet from snow and such. So, and if you've ever encountered the Greenhall elves or been in the Quivering Forest, you can. These guys seem dressed. Ogre, you'll remember they seemed dressed like the elves in the fortress or the little camp you found.
Oh, I would know that too. I was there
Yeah.
for that adventure.
So you recognize them as Greenhall elves. And you see them. You definitely recognize the purple pendants they were carrying.
I'll turn to Aya and ask her. These guys kind of attacked us when we were saving Papa.
Oh, those elves were driven mad by the curse of the Quivering Forest, I believe. I will say. Is that insight? She seems genuine. In fact, yeah, you can there's no lie in her words at all. So she's definitely telling the truth. Or like what she thinks is the truth anyway. Do you wish to interact with them any further?
Why have you been out here and not going into the town? People
Well,
have been kind of cautious of you guys in town.
let's see. Well, we're always sort of nervous around humans in particular. And of course, we are rather proud, but at this point, with how long we've been out here, which we've been unable to leave this land for some reason.
That's weird.
Yeah, I kind of know the feeling. It's like this place has a little bit of an effect on you. I expected it to be a little less inviting, but at least Oraznau was a nice little village for what it was worth.
Let's see. Yeah, are they good? Well, I suppose. Roll me persuasion with advantage, sir.
I think just a 13.
Good enough. All right. So, she tells you they kind of been out here for a while and that she would be willing to check it out provided that they are going to treat her fairly. Um, and that's that. Does anyone want to ask them if they saw anything, or like
Yeah.
what, like how long they've been in this area? Yeah. Roll with advantage because you know her.
Okay. So yeah, of course I'll reaffirm what she was saying too. Yes, they were more than welcoming to us. I'm sure they'll give you a chance to integrate yourselves there and be more than helpful. And then I had a 1 and an 18, so that's a big change from the advantage.
With
Cool.
I'll pipe in and say, if you roll in with us, you don't necessarily have to fight with us, but just meet us outside of town, and we walk in, and you guys walk in with us, and we stretch to the truth saying that you helped us, which you are. Let me rephrase it. Which you've definitely helped us.
That's true. I think we could vouch for you, and we're actually doing some favors for Arasnau right now. So I'm sure they won't feel too indebted to us, but at least maybe enough to take our word on this matter. And,
Okay.
We're not. We're not an evil group. I hope you can trust our word. And I gotta say, how did you come to be here? And how long do you think it's been? It's kind of hard to judge.
We've probably been here a week, 10 days, perhaps. We walked through the forest. We saw the couple here. They seemed to be arguing about something. Not certain what it was, but it was not pretty. It was quite loud, but they seemed to be quite accomplished hunters. She'll say.
Lover's Row, I see. That's quite unfortunate to come across. Quite awkward, I bet.
Oof,
Very.
those squirrels. Nasty, nasty business.
We chose, given that they were armed, to keep a safe distance.
Fire's already been lit, by the way.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
It's been about you've been at the camp for about half an hour now.
Does it look like the storm's getting closer now? Or-
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it
it's
looks
like a
like
blizzard?
it's about 3 to 4 hours away.
Does this count as a short rest?
I mean, you can take a short rest here if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
Okay.
I'm fine with pressing forward or fine with short resting. Either is okay.
Yeah, so tries it all.
Cool.
Next,
just can we use the time we talk to count it as a short rest instead of taking like an extra 30-40 minutes?
You can. Yeah. So do you want to, let's see, is there anything you want to ask them about what they noticed or like the area?
So, well,
Or
this
they saw anything?
this creature that killed had, well, we see here wounds from teeth, wolf teeth, and such similar things. And I think someone told me that it's much larger than a normal kind of wolf. Is that right?
Yes. We one of my friends here, he told me that he saw the woman turn into some massive creature. fangs as long as a dagger, and she attacked the man. He fought back. It seems.
Oh no. She's an angry druid. Oh dear. Or maybe, but I think maybe.
Would I have heard of uh
Wolves of this size, not particularly. No. You've heard of maybe druids being able to wild shape, but this thing, they report that it stood up on two legs at one point and
I've
swiped at
never
him.
heard anything not of druid like that I've heard of.
No,
Matter.
the druids have not seen something like this.
Oh no, I'm not trying to go off of what druids are saying. I'm going off of what they're describing. I'm not thinking this is a druid.
Yeah. You're not sure what it could be. It could have just been some massive creature. It looked that could have been. If you remember though that Elena's family had a tendency to turn into a
You're super muffled for me.
I don't know.
Like at this, or well, not the family. You know that something had been happening.
You're very muffled.
It seems like the microphone is being covered.
It looks like.
There it is. Much better.
All right.
So, what were you describing? I heard you describing something, but I couldn't hear what.
Yeah, the elves are going ask you kind of which way is back to town, and they tell you that perhaps they could fulfill the hunting and trapping duties that this Elena and Laszlo had.
Okay. I'll point them in the direction and give them a few extra furs that we found off of the caravan or the bandit caravan.
Okay. Cool. And who? So after a little bit, after how long is a short rest again? It's what
1 hour.
An hour? 1 hour? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You do see it come closer. And during the short rest, you find that Laszlo still has his furs. All together are worth like quite a bit. It looks like. You find a bag with a polished bone and an antler.
If Aya Glenmere and company will be headed back to town, I kindly ask them to bring the remains of this man with them, please.
Okay, they will happily oblige.
Much appreciated.
And so I know it's been a bit since we were first investigating the area, but there was tracks leading off, or blood leading off?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, bloody tracks heading to the north.
Okay, so looking like we've kind of settled it with them, and hopefully with our tidings and bringing the body. I don't know. I mean, hopefully I don't think. Nah, I mean, why would they kill him and then bring him to the village? So hopefully they'll assume, and they're going to mention us and everything, that'll be enough to get them some admittance into the village before we arrive, and yeah, kind of shake her hand again and say, it's It's good to see a familiar face here, and I think they called it Barovia. This is a very, very strange place we've arrived in, and every friend you can get, it sounds like it's going to be worth a lot here. So we'll see you back soon in the village, and we've got to get to the bottom of this and see if we can find the what was her name?
Elena?
Elena. That's right. Yes. I hope she's okay, and not like her lover here. And yeah, he kind of prepares himself to go.
All right. As you're heading up this trail here, you find another. See, it looks kind of like this place again. You come up, it opens up into this road here again, or a road like this one here, and you see what looks like a dead elk about here on the road, and a few medium-sized creatures. A significant amount, and you see a living elk looking like it's pretty wounded and running away from what looks like
Are we still on the same map?
whoops, did I not move the thing over? Sorry about that.
Nope, sure didn't.
Okay, I fixed that. Just looking for a better path here. Should have added the other one. Oh well. Cool. Okay. And then that's not it. So the creatures appear to be relatively unarmed. That's way too large. Oh shit. Why is it so large? Okay, they're not armed with bows. I'm just using this guy as a stand-in. Okay. And elk. See if I can find something that I have.
Oh, did we get a short rest?
Yes, you did. So you can try to stealth past if you want, or you can attack. Upon closer inspection, these are. See, what do we roll? And you notice that they are, in fact. Is that a? Yeah, let's see. They are zombies. You see a few zombies. About 7 of them.
Wait, whoa.
I thought those were corpses.
Yeah, they are moving corpses, which is a little abnormal. Probably haven't seen that in a while around.
Okay. I have seen my fair share of zombies. I look at the party. I say, I'm not confident in how fast I can sneak past them. I can try something to send them away. Unless you're okay with unless all of you are fine with us trying to move past them.
I say roll for initiative and
Whatever you propose. I don't mind skipping through them, if we could. But if push comes to shove, I'll be ready to put my whip to work.
You want me to try to sneak past, and then I can at least be on the other side of them?
I will say the other wounded elk that's still standing, looks like its pelt will be very valuable.
Ooh. Shoot it with an arrow. But if we try to keep the elk, then we're going to have to fight.
Mhm. It's up to you guys.
Unless you want me to try and sneak over to the elk and then try and steal the hide off of him.
Only a rogue could do that.
Even then, be ready to back me up.
I suggest we just try and sneak away from them and just skip this encounter entirely.
Okay. Roll me some stealth.
Okay, yeah, Ogrul will agree in the end. He says, well, sometimes the battle not fought is the one won, and, money isn't everything.
Okay. First and foremost, though, is the sun is not out, right?
No, it isn't. No, it's not. It is light out. It's about midday now.
Midday, and
Mhm.
lighting situation is bright. Sorry, dim or bright.
It's like, yeah, it's not quite bright. It's not quite well lit. It's somewhere right in between dim and well lit. It seems like the trees are trying, and like clouds and whatnot are doing their damnedest to keep the sun out.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
All right.
and
Just I suddenly remember I actually am wearing this, so my stealth is actually at advantage. I pray, and then Sune guide me. Believe.
all right. So you get the 13, right?
With guidance, it'll be a 14.
Cool. That's more than enough. Looks like everyone succeeded. No one rolled. Oh, Umbro might have actually been noticed by the zombies.
I got an 8 too. Or not 2, but
Uh, let's see. An 8? That is almost enough. All right, so you guys are spotted. You can try to run or take the fight. Well,
Well,
2 of you are spotted.
yeah. Well, if I can send them away, seeing that my companions are about to get caught, I can offer to do this. Turn undead, channel divinity, the cleric
Okay.
things. Yeah, like send them away. Like no, so that while they're far away, running away, we can just grab the things and go.
Sure. They end up being a little bit more preoccupied with They end up seeing more of the elk then at that point. They all kind of crowd around and whatnot, and you see that the other elk got spooked by your movement and bolted.
Oh,
So the one that was alive just bolted, and now these guys are like way too distracted to mess with you. Uh,
okay.
Next, let's see. So you completely ignored that encounter. Nice. Oh, and in the I forgot to mention, in the camp you found another scroll of create bonfire.
Nice.
Uh, so walking down the road again, you still see the trail, but it seems to lead to a little hut like this, and behind this lady's house here, she'll be in here. Or well, you see this hut, and a lady is walking on the trail around you. So you come up from this way. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I should put you in the right page here. Boom. Okay. So you see this old woman kind of walking this way towards the trail. Uh, she's very old, but seems like she's no threat. So Let's go with. Okay.
Where are we?
Oh, damn it! Why did it put him here? You are roughly in this area. Yeah.
Okay.
Oops. What did I just delete? The one
The
guy, right?
zombie.
Okay. Cool. Uh. So the old woman, she seems to wave at you. You can roll insight if you want.
Maybe I'll get lucky.
Cool. She is seemingly not a threat. In fact, she seems to be inviting you inside. She's like waving at you. Come, dearies. That storm's coming. You don't want to be caught out here. Not without good clothes and full bellies, she'll say.
Does her house look like it's made out of candy?
No, it looks kind of it doesn't quite look like a Baba Yaga hut, but it seems like a somewhat small hut, maybe just enough to fit everyone in the party. It'll be a bit snug, but people will fit.
I will tell her to lead the way as I hide a dagger behind my back,
Okay.
just in case.
Be careful in these woods. Some say they've a frightful, scary ghosty with a gaping hole in his chest. Of all things, and well, there's mighty large wolves this time of year for some reason. I saw one not too long ago, heading up, heading up this way. She'll point. Where is my pinger? That way. She'll point over to. But not sure. It looked mighty wounded. It just kept bleeding. In her house, you can smell stew. She goes over to stir it, and it smells kind of rancid. It's not a pleasant smelling stew. She'll kind of scoop it up, and it'll be kind of like a nasty sort of tar like looking broth. It looks unpleasant, but she looks elated to be eating this whatever it is.
Looks like a lot that they'd feed us down in after the arena battles. Yeah, I'll have some. I mean, hey, push comes to shove, what you gotta eat what you can.
So let's see. You're eating it. It doesn't taste great, but you know it's not toxic. It is warm, so you feel a little bit warmer, maybe a little bit more prepared for the for braving the winter.
My goodness, I swallowed and I could still feel it going down. Wow, this is thick.
So, next. Well, she says, you're free to stay here till the storm passes, or whatever you like. It should be here in a couple hours, I think. Few hours.
Maybe if we come back
Cool.
and that storm is happening, because we're on a little hunt, you see.
Well. All right, then she'll. If you insist, just make sure you keep your warm coats on, and wear your gloves and all of that. She'll say, and yeah. So, do you guys wish to stay or follow the trail?
I urge the party to follow the trail because she's seen the wolf not too long ago.
Okay.
Can I look around to see if there's anything of interest?
You don't see anything interesting here. There's no real treasure or anything like that. You might see like movement in the underbrushes and stuff off to the roadways, but nothing of real interest.
Hmm.
Sadly, there's yeah. So, but the tracks continue off.
Yes, I
And-
agree. It'd be best not to wait too long on this one. And plus, if a heavy snow falls, we may not have any tracks left to follow.
So the trail leads kind of up a hill behind, and you see, oh, that got blown. Okay, that got blown up more than it was supposed to. It looks like the opening to some sort of den, or sort of cave-like thing. The tracks lead directly into it.
Still a good amount of blood with them, or does it seem like it's starting to lessen?
This is you're seeing a lot more blood here.
Okay.
There's only one real option.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
inside.
All right.
I'm not
Upon
sure if I
going
should.
inside, you find, boom, it looks like a den. It's about 8 feet tall in here, ish, maybe a little smaller, and
Yeah, I'm
it
not sure if I
smells
should.
like
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
the area smells kind of like rotting meat and different things. You can sort of, and like animals have definitely been here. Behind you, right as you walk into the cave, it seems like the sky breaks open and it starts snowing a bit heavily, and sort of like a bit of sleet and hail and whatnot starts falling. Right as you're getting into the cave, it's definitely seeming in the early parts of what could be going on. It's quiet in here. Broken and gnawed bones litter the floor, and scraps of fur from large animals have been shredded and scattered about the cavern. As you so you there we go. So, and there's as you can hear loud what sounds like thunder from storm outside, or from a bit of the rain going on and stuff outside. It's pretty loud. So it seems really close by. Within, it'll be hitting by the time it takes you probably to get back to town. In the end of here, you can't quite tell what's at the edge of the cavern. Once you get to about here, oopsie, that wasn't supposed to happen. So you get here, there. Roll me perception. Okay. You hear the sound of young wolves sort of baying and yelping, maybe kind of like growling at each other, or at like begging, sounding like they need food.
Hmm.
And a young woman who with an immense wolf kind of walks down, and walks down the corridor, and you see them, and she looks pretty wounded. And she very clearly matches Elena's description. So, I don't know why it shows that one. There she is. And that's her wolf friend here. How did you... you can see that she's... Go ahead.
I hold my hand up so that she sees where they are, where my hands are. And she was about to ask something. I listen.
As she sees you, you see her face just contorting into a rage. Get the hell out of my den! She yells, hand clasped over her stomach. And flecks of blood are kind of in her mouth, falling out. She's not looking too good. Her curses turn into a very throaty growl as she's swearing in what sounds like common, and then just this intense growl starts to emanate from her as she falls to her hands and knees, and you see her body contorting and twisting, hear her bones cracking as she is changing shape.
Uh-oh.
And she's just sounding like in agony. Her hair is growing silver and looking more and more like fur. She throws her head back and lets out the eeriest howl you've probably heard in your life.
Oh boy.
So Ogru like feels a bone crunch under his foot as he was like reaching for a potion to give to her upon sight, and then quickly like changes his direction of hand movement towards his weapon.
And you see her dire wolf, and you definitely recognize this as a dire wolf because he's big. Within a few moments, people can roll me insight, so like memory, real quick. Ooh. Okay. You remember that she is, if you rolled like 10 or above, you remember if she would come a running or immediately changes her tone if she hears a baby cry or like children are harmed or anything or in danger.
I do remember the townsfolk saying she had a soft spot for the youth.
Well, I'm the smallest one here.
All right. Roll me charisma, please.
Oh God.
And this
Great
is a
charisma?
deception check, so charisma deception. If you have prestidigitation or dispel alarm, you can use that as well.
I'm not a very good actor.
Oh, I can see the roll here. Oh, yeah, it doesn't seem to work. Did anyone else try?
Trying to deceive her?
Yeah, trying to deceive her.
I'm not fond of lying though.
It's up to you if you'll accept it, but I'm on fire with these random ability checks, honestly. Hopefully I can swing as well as this, but I rolled a 20. But my thing is performance as a, former gladiator and all. But if I could, I'd try to, mimic that sound like, something like a little performance or something.
I'll let you. Yeah. Okay, I can let performance work if deception's an issue for characters. That sounds reasonable, actually.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and so I ended up natting on that one. So I'm
cool.
That's the only
All right.
charisma I have that I inherited from my past. Is
Oh,
every once in a
cool.
while I'd win
Oh.
and they'd throw roses at me and such. It was
So,
okay.
who
How about the power of persuasion instead?
persuasion? Roll with disadvantage.
All right,
She's
no
currently
worries.
transforming into a werewolf.
No, don't worry about it. The secret is to believe. Not one.
Oof. Nope. No. All right.
It's fine.
Well, I guess that means roll. Anyone else want to try? As she's kind of like contorting and stuff.
I'll go to Lily, and in an instant, I'll be like, act, and I'll not enough to hurt her, but I'll punch her and grab her by the collar because she's the smallest one.
Oh, no more. I can't. Don't hit me anymore.
All right.
Don't do that. She's just a young girl. That's just a child. What are you doing?
All right. Roll either deception, persuasion, or performance for this one.
Who would?
Anyone who is currently trying to fool her.
I got an 18 on performance this time.
Perfect. She finds that performance believable. She's kind of looking at the barbarian at this point, kind of angrily, but she seems all right. And that deception, alrighty, she is seemingly trying not to immediately get or to go after you, anyone.
Good with
But
advantage or just straight roll? Either way, it's a 4 for performance for me.
ooh, all right, she is not impressed with that performance, so she'll kind of move up, and it is now roll for initiative. She's still there. We go. All right, sweet. Cool.
Damn, of course, it takes the barbarian's performance check to ruin everything.
How do I set up the turn order again?
I click the clock icon underneath the
Clock.
thing.
There we go. Oh, cool. Now I need to roll for the.
And I am not on the turn order.
I mean, DM, if you'd like, I can send a few things your way, like after the game to help with your roll 20 things.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of in a rush. I had a busy little week. Where is? Okay. X plus 1. Goody. Where did that? Wow. Alrighty. Zero. Oops. If I can click the right thing. Oh, that's a 6. My bad. Okay.
I am not on the turn order.
Are you not? What'd you roll?
18.
18. All right. There you go. And then.
Okay, here we go. That's everybody, huh?
The hell?
Oh no, we're missing the wolf.
It's there now, I think. There we go.
Ooh.
Okay. Cool. So you can take combat, or you can attempt to, well, you can attempt to calm her down, but it might not work so good.
It's my turn.
Yeah, Barrow.
Yeah, I have negative charisma, and no, I did not invest any charisma for skills other than intimidation. So I guess I'm just going to attack.
Cool. All right.
I'm gonna action surge, and I'm going to attack the dire wolf. So let's see if I can hit. Wow. I think I'm gonna try to add a superiority die to the first one. Let's see. Okay, that's an 18 to hit.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, that's 14 piercing. End of turn.
Okay. Are your arrows silvered?
No.
Oh boy. Okay.
Well, I'm attacking the dire wolf.
Oh, you're attacking the direwolf? All right. Yeah, that'll hit. So then that's how much damage you said?
14 piercing.
14. Cool. All right. Next person's turn.
It's like the direwolf.
Yep. All right. He will.
Try and squeeze through that opening, am I right?
He seems to be trying to stay near Elena. It stops about there and kind of waits. So it is now out of Lily and Junigan, who has the higher dex modifier?
+3.
Okay. So, and then is it +2? Or all right, so +3. Whoever has the +3 goes first, or you can roll off.
That would be Lily. I'll go.
All right.
I'm going to attack the direwolf. I'm going to pull my short sword and cast Booming Blade.
Sweet. Okay.
I'm going to go here. Yeah. Cast Booming Blade on my short sword. And I'm a dual wielder, so as I pull my short sword, I'm pulling my dagger as well.
Okay.
And then move.
Question: Who had the silver dagger? Actually, who's holding on to that?
I wanted it, but
I think Lily was talking about taking it earlier.
Cool. Then is everyone cool if it's in Lily's hands?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And then who took the whip?
I guess I already had a whip, so it's kind of convenient unless anybody else wants to hold on to it.
I think I might want to hold on to it because I don't have any magic weapons. I really should have traded before the session.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. I really don't have any either, but if you want to take it, I can use my spells for magic. And then we'll all get a copy of it at the end for sure, so we'll still get it.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to see short sword. Please God hit. Thank you, baby Jesus.
All right, that hit. I'm assuming the direwolf, right?
Yes, direwolf.
Okay, 24. Wow, that is like exactly what was needed. All right, he drops.
That was just a hit.
Oh no, that was a 24 to hit.
Oh, okay.
But now we know.
Yeah. I was like, what? All right, yeah, that definitely hits.
And that's 8 for damage.
Okay.
And then if he moves, he takes a 1d8 damage,
Ooh.
thunder damage.
All right.
And then bonus action. Am I in close enough proximity to lunge at Elena with the silver dagger?
Yeah, you can do that. It looks like you're in range.
All right. Silver dagger.
She's a
Crit
big creature. Yep. All right, roll damage. Oops. Oh, and that's a crit. So cool. 18. Ouch. Okay. That was a big hit. Right. That makes it. Is there anything else you can do?
No, that's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do anything else now. Yeah, it's turn.
Okay.
Somebody with a high AC, come take my place.
I mean, I don't have a high AC, but I'm definitely gonna. My only option is to get close, and I do believe it's my turn now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll actually scoot right next to her, raging as I do. How could you not believe that performance? And I will
Thank you.
reckless attack her.
Okay.
Guess I didn't need to, but let's see if I crit. Nope, I critical failed, but 23 to hit.
That'll hit. Uh, cool.
Oh, that
Go ahead.
terrible dice. 9
9.
damage.
Ouch. Okay. It seems to do very little. Uh, but you saw when you saw the dagger hit, it seemed to do a significant amount of damage.
Okay. And then I'm going to use. So I used 5 feet there. I'm gonna scoot around to here. Whoops.
Okay.
And kind of get her to try and taunt her into uh turning facing me and not pay attention to the rest of the party by saying, "Oh, so you're the one who killed your husband. Must be a shame."
Alrighty. Yeah, that would be. See. Yeah, that'll get her attention. All right. So she seems to be focusing. She seems to be focusing on you even more now.
Okay. So she
She's.
did believe my act,
Oh yeah,
the kid.
that one didn't even need a roll. That's like, oh, now she's mad. So it is now Braun's turn, right?
When I heard my companion say, "You're the one who killed her husband," how angry did she look? Guilty kind of angry, or defensive kind of angry?
More defensive. Uh she like it's a bit of, she seemed kind of a mix of guilty and defensive. She clearly didn't like roll me insight actually,
Okay,
real
we'll do
quick.
the insight. And Wait, this is a normal roll, no guidance allowed. Believe.
All right. She's definitely giving off the impression that killing him was not what she intended to have happen.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Let's see if I can do something about it, so that you know,
ooh,
I've been in an adventure before where people have been accused of things. So I
Don't look
take a
at
step. Yeah, I take a step forward,
okay.
over here, and I still have my hand up. I say, if you calm down, let's please talk about it. Maybe we're willing to listen. I don't want my friends to just start hitting you, trying to kill you in self defense because you are attacking us. Let's all
Okay.
just be cool. Be cool.
Ooh, go ahead and roll me a persuasion. Do you say like anything like you don't really mean her any harm or anything like that?
I have my hand. I have my hand
Yeah.
up, and I
Then
say, if you're angry at somebody, you can hit me.
roll persuasion with advantage this time. Sweet. Okay, she seems to kind of uh nod at you and sort of hunker down a little bit while waiting, seeing that she is currently flanked and surrounded.
And I have a bonus action available. Yes,
Okay. Yes, you do.
I will target her to see. It's a test of trust to see if she will break it again or not. And if she does break it, I will not hesitate anymore. Casting sanctuary on her.
Is
It's a
ooh.
It's a non-concentration protective spell. If she does anything violent, the sanctuary will disappear. But if anyone tries to hurt her, they have to succeed on a wisdom saving throw against my spell save DC. It's to show that, hey guys, let's not. But also, she should not. You know,
Okay.
yeah, kind of like that. That's what I'm hoping to achieve.
You see
And
her like
as a just in case, as a precaution, I show Lily a nice shiny rapier that glows with moonlight. If she so wishes to borrow it from me, it is a moon touched weapon. It's magical. In case
all
she
right.
wants to borrow it, just in case.
Perfect.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Uh Next person in the turn order is what the hell? Looks like Ogru. It's your turn.
So now that she's defenseless, no, I'm just kidding. It doesn't seem like it seems like what Bran had just done, what he did. That was like good enough. The werewolf is kind of chilling out.
Yeah, she seems to have calmed down a little bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna do something more prep wise, less aggressive. Ogru will take a couple steps forward, as it were, and he's just kind of noticing that the situation is somewhat diffused, but could kind of still spark out of control with the wrong going, I guess. So he'll kind of nod towards Bran and not only like understanding but encouragement, and then kind of silently, I'm just gonna cast Dust Devil. So hopefully they won't notice as much at the start, but you guys will. I'm gonna just put my little Dust Devil spirit back here in the bones, and then I think I can do it in the same turn. It'll cost my bonus action, but I'm going to move him around, and as it kind of moves around in this area, it'll start to pick up like the bones and the dust and the gravel and the dirt on the ground, and creates like a bit of a whirlwind. And I'm not gonna use it to envelop anything yet. It'll just kind of be back here. And as far as Dunagan, you can see what's starting to be like a bit of a little dust tornado starting to whip up behind you and kind of lapping at your heels almost, but pretty well out of range still to actually do anything. And with that, I'll just end my turn.
Okay. I guess that means Elena will go. She will.
Elena or the dire wolf?
The direwolf already went. It's Elena's turn because she hasn't had a turn yet. She will polymorph, actually. Unless, yeah, she will polymorph. Into more of a, back into her human form. And I guess that's pretty much all she can do for now. What does the party do anything?
Oh, I'm staring down the dire wolf,
All right.
trying to juke him into moving.
She'll try to. It looks like she's trying to settle him down.
If he moves, he's taking damage.
So she'll kind of look at him and look back at the party and be like, "What is it you're looking for?" And it is currently.
Well,
Are we
actually,
out of
it's
turn order? Or?
you.
It's still turn order.
Oh, sorry about that.
Here, Poochie, Poochie, Poochie.
She's still seemingly like she seems like she's still in fight mode, but she's not seemingly attacking this turn.
Come and get me.
So it is Umbero's turn.
I'm readying my attack. If any of the enemies attack, I will shoot the direwolf. That is the end of my turn.
Okay. The dire wolf will sort of growl. It's not clear. And he's not going to attack this turn. He's going to kind of follow orders and wait for Elena to give instruction. So it's Lily's turn. It looks like.
How mad are y'all going to be if I take a swipe at him? Or her?
You can if you want. At either.
I'm going to move here.
Okay.
And unless someone tells me to stop, I want to hit him with Booming Blade again.
I mean, he didn't strike though, right?
He did not strike. He kind of growled a little bit, but he didn't strike. He kind of looked at her and is kind of waiting for her instructions.
You can see that Ogru's kind of concentrating on maintaining his spell, just as a defense if we need it. But he does kind of like, squeeze something out between gritted teeth if it's all right. He'd be like, let's see if we can communicate more with her.
Okay, I'm going to look at Elena and say, he lays down Or I hit him again.
All right. She will tell him to lay down. I suppose she doesn't seemingly want to hurt him. She's like, but she'll say to you, if you hurt him,
And I cast Booming Blade again, just in case.
all right, and you are concentrating, seeing that you have spells ready, they are still kind of uneasy. They are still like in combat mode in a way. So,
Then if I can, I'll hold action.
mhm.
If the direwolf moves, I'm striking.
Okay. Next person's turn. Yeah, it is Barbarian's turn. Doonigan.
I'll say I'll answer her question of we were looking for you and your husband. The town is kind of worried and we're relying on those furs.
I
They
can
were
never
worried
go.
about you guys and and we're needing the furs.
Ooh. Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion. It sounds like you're trying to calm her down. So go ahead and roll that with advantage.
Oh, thank God with advantage because
Yeah. Currently,
one.
your friend cast Sanctuary, and it was pretty clear to her.
11.
Cool. She'll kind of nod. She's like, I can't, but also say, I can't go back. I can't let you take me back there.
Don't
She,
force anybody to do whatever they don't want to do.
You got some explaining to do, girl.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Will motion that, or I'll explain if I get another chance to explain in my turn. I will tell the townspeople that we found you and your husband killed by a couple of bandits.
okay.
But don't worry, we killed the bandits.
Yeah,
That
we killed the bandit.
is, someone that can treat my wounds at all. She seems desperate at this point. And,
But we do have
uh,
At best, I could offer her a potion. I think I have a couple of those around me.
she'll,
Yeah, I have some potion of healing too.
okay, she will, drop to her knees, look up, and kind of be like, that hasn't worked. There's something with this wound. It's weird.
Silver.
That seems to that'll end. So she'll kind of give up her combat stance, and her direwolf will kind of duck underneath her, and like trying to like kind of keep her on her feet. Now that she's kind of given up the fight, if someone want to roll medicine check on her.
Okay, I'd like to make the attempt.
Cool.
I have no clue what's going on. She looks hurt.
She looks hurt.
I will simply make an attempt with my magic, but that's all I'll try because I have no clue.
Okay.
If permitted, I'm gonna throw a healing word in her direction.
All right. It seems to do a little bit, but it looks like her wound is from another source, perhaps. It looks quite infected.
Hmm.
So Ogre will kind of put a couple things together, remembering that they seem to be in a bit of a conflict, and that the dagger from earlier, not only did it seem to do extra damage, but it was originally seemed to be in the possession of Laszlo. So kind of just putting all those clues together, and he kind of will whisper out to, "Do you think it may be from the silver dagger? Perhaps it won't let her wounds heal properly." That's just
That
me
would
taking
make-
a guess. I was gonna roll insight too for that, and I got like a 7. So however, no, I didn't even get that. I got a 4. My bad. So however you want to handle that, I got a good guess and a bad roll probably. So I don't know.
See, you kind of seeing how the dagger was the only thing that seemed to have hurt her. Like the great sword looked like it did almost nothing, and the dagger seemed to have hurt her. That would make the most sense. Let's say people can roll Arcana and or Medicine again if they want. What's that roll? Can't see it for some
Got a
reason.
5.
Sweet, 16. Okay. Very clearly, this is some form of lycanthropy. It's generally seen as a disease caused by magic of some sort or a curse. But it's not. You're pretty sure that someone cursed her or infected her with lycanthropy somehow, and it seems like some sort of magical effect was on the wound.
So I'll look at the group and tell them she's cursed. There's nothing I can do.
There's nothing
Okay.
I can do.
As bad as it was, I was hoping I was right, but it seems it's much, much worse.
I mean, the best I can do is end her suffering.
She'll just kind of look up and be like, I'd rather die closer to home if you don't mind."
Since we knew that she was pregnant when she came out,
Mm-hmm.
does she still look pregnant?
Not really. She looks like she probably gave birth recently. So like her baby would be, in judging by what you know, her baby would be kind of premature or small. You're not sure because lycanthropy is kind of uncommon, especially lycanthropes having children.
Seeing that she isn't with child anymore, I'll say that's weird. The villagers said that you're with child.
I lost the child in the attack, and anyone can roll insight on that one.
Happily.
Yep.
13.
Okay. She's not telling you the full truth. She did. So you can definitely tell she's lying. You can
And the test
probably
determined that was a lie.
Yeah. You can determine that from that the injury could have caused like premature birth, or probably the wounds triggered
Labor.
yeah. So like it's pretty clear she lied about that.
He is the father.
And with that insight, you can kind of figure out that she dropped off something. She was the one that dropped off the puppy at the village.
Something tells me that you're lying. There was reports of a wounded woman dropping off a puppy and tying it to
Glovia's porch.
to a porch. You being cursed only seems to say that maybe that puppy is yours.
Yes.
Don't
I was
villager.
hoping they'd take care of him.
They are
Uh,
going to take care of him. They said it outright to us when we accepted looking for you guys. That this puppy will be cared for.
Do you have a name for your puppy?
I'm afraid I didn't have a chance to. I I couldn't risk him in my presence with my wounds and how close I am to death, she'll say.
Is there a name that you want to give your puppy?
It is that a scrappy lady. Come on. Give me something to work with.
Let's see. I I suppose she's crying as she's trying to not only from pain but from like her actions. She's like, then name him after his father, Laszlo, she'll say.
Junior it is.
Oh.
Oof.
So
Laszlo it is. That's a fine name, and it will be in his honor. I must ask, as you bring him up, could you please share a bit more insight in what was the fight even about?
I wanted to finally tell him the truth about what I am and what my transformation is. I saw that and he attacked me. And it's so out of character for him. He was so enraged. Never seen such anger from someone before. And those elves they kind of sat and watched it happen. And one of them looked magical of some kind. Let's see.
I can
And
imagine
she's
they would have been pretty afraid in the moment. You are quite a formidable beast, and I say that with all the respect I can.
I feel as if I'm going. Is there let's see. I believe the storm should be breaking a little bit soon for travels. We should cut our conversation short so you can get back in time.
Would you like to accompany
Uh,
us up till the tree line?
Maybe
Or
you can offer her to go back to the village if you want, but she seems kind of
no, I'm
scared
not
of.
saying to the village. I'm saying like so that she's closer to the village to see it one more time.
Roll persuasion.
Oh, great! The barbarian using persuasion.
Guidance, because I believe in you.
Perfect.
Guidance is a D4.
It's a
Yeah.
D4, yeah.
What's this?
I got a 7 in total.
Oh.
Oof.
Better.
She doesn't seem to like that. I can't. I don't know if I can make it that far.
Do you not want to see your child?
How about this? I will use a potion of healing on the dire wolf to heal his wounds. You can
Okay.
we can drape you across his back, and he can do the walking for you,
Okay.
but he swears loyalty to me.
That is a persuasion with disadvantage. You're asking to take her. You're asking her if you can take her companion away. She don't
Yeah.
like that much.
Nope, not at all.
Ogru can roll. Ogru and
You
Dunning
can't blame a girl
can.
for crying, can you?
Yeah, Ogre will kind of come up and he's like, "Look, I appreciate, you didn't even have to give us all the answers you did, and I think this will be enough for us to conclude our business with Orasno and bring some answers. They were quite concerned with you guys, and it's a shame that things went the way they did, but it seems it was nobody's fault, truly. Now, if my friends will agree, I think we could do for you whatever you wish. If you would like us to leave you, we can, or we could help you in any way that you wish.
You can roll insight to remember something about a friend of yours back heading towards the village. So quick memory.
Probably not. I got a 3.
All right.
Can
Does anyone? Yeah, you can roll 2. Anyone that interacted with Aya can roll a memory real quick.
is that insight or history?
Insight. I'm calling. Yeah.
16.
Perfect. You remember that your dear elf friend Aya is a caster of sorts and has magical ability. Maybe she might have a spell that could help your friend here.
I'll say to Ogru, and kind of generally, but pointed at Ogru. Ogru, why didn't we think of it? Our dear elf friend Aya is a caster. Maybe she has a solution to our friend's predicament. If you can survive long enough, because she is currently heading to the town with the furs that you guys got.
Good thinking, Dunagan. Wow, she may have a secret that me or my other fellow caster Bran here just don't possess.
Not yet, at least.
He's like starts kind of writing a little note in his spell book for later, like learn this.
You know a wizard of
I
sorts?
don't know what she is, but she is a magic caster.
We have done some dealings with her in the past, and she has shown some compassion. So I believe she may align with us in our plight here.
All right. All right.
If we do this, we might have to make haste because
Yeah.
time is not with us.
She'll gesture to her wolf to go pick up her bag, and he will drop it in front of the party to pick up if they want to.
I'll pick it up.
Let's say if you don't, I will.
And you see her necklace, her little necklace is quite radiant. It does have the raven on it.
Oh, you know what I'm going for.
Yeah. So, in that case, everyone is getting ready to head back to the village.
I'll turn to Lily since she grabbed the amulet before I could. Maybe we should give this to...
I mean, I can roll sleight of hand if you want me to.
What?
Said I'll roll sleight of hand if you want me to.
She'll nod.
Turn to Lily and say, I think we should give that to the villagers. As condolence.
Give what to the villagers? I don't know what you're talking about.
Just that she clearly gave us. That was in the backpack.
Yeah, there's
the only thing in the backpack.
What backpack?
Oh, there's tons of stuff there's a bunch of stuff in the backpack. She's wearing her necklace. In the backpack
Oh, she's wearing her necklace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought.
Lily still tries to sleight of hand it. There's no role too great for a rogue.
I just
Yeah.
took it as she wasn't wearing her necklace, and that was the necklace and that she was wearing. So
She'll be. Well, yeah, she'll be wearing it. Where is?
I'll turn her. Wait, no, never mind.
So I am curious, as I guess I kind of addressing the group and her as we were ready to return back to Araz now, and I'm like, so, Miss, shall we just see if Aya will make the trip back here, or I know she didn't seem too eager to travel with us here, and then I guess I'm more kind of looking to Elena.
Take me to the Borgmaster. He lives just right outside of the village. I think he'll have a runner that you could send for your friend.
Okay, thank you for a bit of direction there, and for trusting us and accompanying with us. We'll make sure that it's not too bumpy of a ride for you.
So it's on your way back. It's a relatively peaceful travel back. You just see different woodland things going on, but like it's uneventful travel back, and you find yourselves while she's being carried on the dire wolf at the Borgmaster's house. And he'll come outside and greet you.
We got here as fast as we can. Doom, doom, doom. Open up, open up.
Quickly, in a wounded Elena. Right. Quickly, get her inside. That beast stays outside, though. She'll say, or he'll say.
Can Elena, can you tell it to kind of hide off in the shadows to not draw too much attention? And yes, hurry, let's get in quick before anyone sees.
She'll kind of direct him to go and like hang out under the tree, but he'll kind of wander around in circles and just sit right next to the house and lay down, kind of defiantly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Waiting. Does anyone want to run for Aya or?
I mean, if I could ride the dire wolf, I'll go.
Yeah. Sure.
It's quite an appearance.
You get back there, and
Well, actually, if we're back in town, I can just whistle for my mastiff.
yeah. So if you whistle for him,
Okay.
he'll come. You're pretty close to the tavern. You're probably, a few doors down from it. So it's not too far away. And it seems like the elves might be showing up soon. And it looks like they're just showing up as well.
Okay.
I'm following behind because I'm not on a mount.
Okay. So
I'm also 3'4", people.
So you get there.
Well,
And
I assume a mastiff is faster than on foot.
yeah. So let's pop over here real quick. And Aya will be. She'll kind of be like over in this corner over here. I'll put her there in a second. Oh, you have returned.
Yes,
I trust your hunt was successful.
You're coming with us. Let's go.
What's going on?
I'll explain.
No time to talk. Let's go.
Okay.
I say our hunt took a different turn and we need your help.
Always glad to. Where should we go?
Follow us.
All right. She follows you. Her friends get up, and she'll kind of wave at them to like sit down and go talk to the other people, let them know what they're about. And
Did they return the furs to, like they said they were?
yes, yeah, they did. They seemed to only wear the winter gear, and they gave the furs back
Okay.
as promised, and have promised to bring the townspeople more.
Ooh.
So we pop back over here. It takes you only a couple of minutes. The weather is getting much worse. Right as soon as you get back to the Borgmaster's house, the storm is in full flux.
So Ogre is kind of like holding the door open, waiting for them. Hurry, hurry, come in, quick! She hasn't long without any assistance.
Aya will look at her. Everyone gets in, and so he'll put her on this bed over here, so she's resting. Or I won't. There we go. Get that. So Aya rushes in, and everyone else comes in, I assume. He has quite a large house. And she'll look at her and say, that she may be able to lift her curse, but currently the only thing that is keeping her alive is her lycanthropic curse. If she removes it, the wound will only kill her faster, is what she'll say.
Is there a way that we could heal her
Uh,
quickly after?
I don't know. No one here has, I don't know, a restoration spell or have any potions.
We do have a cleric that casts healing word that I noticed.
Uh,
A healing spell. I wouldn't know what spell
yeah.
exactly. And
Sadly, I would need to treat this wound, and I'm afraid perhaps it's beyond what I can do. The Borgmaster, hearing this, is not happy. He seems to go over here and is rifling through his things looking for something.
I'll go over to try and help him.
Yes.
So what are we looking for?
My rope. We can't have some monstrous curse in our village.
Well, two things. Did you hear how long? And nothing of the sorts happened? Secondly, we're possibly curing her. And thirdly, they were attacked by bandits, her and her husband.
Well, that's no concern of mine.
So use reason instead of irrational fears.
Well, maybe the bandits attacked her because of the monster she is.
Bandits attack because they're bandits. They had a shiny whip and a very nice necklace on her neck that I can clearly see from here.
He'll just kind of grumble. Well, fine. You have until the morning or until she passes. If you can't figure it out by then, she swings from the trees. He'll say.
My goodness. We'll save her. That's a guarantee.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll ask Alayla, is there any herbs that we need to gather? I'm quite well at getting herbs.
If you have knowledge arcana or medicine, maybe you can figure out how to make a lesser restoration potion or something.
Until the morning. Huh. I inform that I am capable of casting lesser restoration. I just need to be able to prepare it. It's not prepared for me right now, but I will be able to if given permission.
Uh, very well. You do know that you do have enough time to prepare your spell and get it. It'll probably be just before the deadline, but someone
Hopefully.
will need to be making medicine checks and such to be keeping her alive.
Of course.
Um,
To the person who's going to cast, who's going to try to keep her alive, I'm going to cast enhance ability, choosing
Waiting for it to load.
Owl's wisdom.
ooh,
Grant them advantage on every roll. But it's only an hour duration though.
okay. Well, they can patch the wound up, uh, and they can kind of keep her alive with those medicine checks. So anyone
Uh,
who wants to can.
I'll look for healing herbs.
Okay.
Whatever. Because I'm an outlander, I can forage pretty good.
Keep in mind there's a heavy blizzard going on right now.
Oh yeah.
You don't know when it'll be over. You think it may be within a few hours. But the
Yeah.
Borgmaster will, he'll be like, have a small herb garden, and he'll kind of walk you over
Did you
into
turn off?
this.
Turn the phone back on? Oof.
He'll walk over here and he'll kind of show you that he has like
Wi-Fi off?
a bit of a glass house or a glass room with some herbs in it.
Okay. Uh,
Uh,
if
Trying to get a signal.
I'm not looking for like
It's
healing
showing LTE.
because I don't know that, but I'm
that would
looking
be
for like herbs that'll kind of treat an infection.
okay. Give me medicine or survival, or or a nature check. Any of those three are applicable.
I'll make a nature.
Okay.
Of course, I roll crap. 5.
You're not exactly sure what to find. Maybe one of your friends can help. He doesn't seem to want to help because, well, he's a
Trying to help
jerk. But uh, does anyone want to assist him with finding the herbs while the
Mm,
cleric prepares spells?
yeah, I'm preparing stuff, so I can't volunteer to help, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'll help, and I'll use my mastiff to help sniff out stuff.
Okay. Uh, same thing. Medicine, nature, or survival.
Would this be a help action or would it?
Yes. So you can both roll with advantage for this one, I think.
Okay.
Sweet. All right.
17.
That will be enough.
16.
And that is also enough. So you find some stuff that'll kind of keep the infection at bay if you kind of concoct it together. Um, it won't, and you can tell that the lycanthropic curse, it's kind of regenerating her health slowly enough to keep her alive, but she does seem to be losing humanity by the hour or so, or by the every couple hours.
Uh, I will. Once the storm goes down, I'll go to the tavern and ask for a couple of meads to go and if I could borrow the puppy.
Ah, all right. Uh, Gregory tells you, um, I wish I could oblige you there. He just left. He took off just before the storm. I don't know where he went.
Well,
I
then
just
I can again use my mastiff as advantage on scent perceptions and see if I can't track him down.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll be joining too.
Uh-huh. On your way back, you see some small tracks. You're not sure where they lead, but some seem to be coming back towards the town. Guess the puppy didn't get very far. You see him kind of following the trail that you guys took back to the Borgmaster's house.
Right?
You're not sure where he is though, but you know he's within the area.
Okay, so I can see his tracks.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The storm's making it a little rough to like pinpoint. Your dog's having a bit of issue because of the storm, but and because of the weather.
13, so 14 for my Mastiff.
Okay, but he'll kind of
perception too, because I'm kind of helping.
yeah. So you'll see. He seems to be what looks like in kind of a bit of a nook somewhere, a bit of a in like kind of in the trees or whatever near the tree. He seems to be kind of hiding in an opening that was in one. It seemed like it was warm for him, and he's still quite small, kind of like huddled up.
Yeah, I'm small enough. Can I just reach in and grab him?
Yeah, you can grab him. It's like a 4-foot opening, so you can just kind of walk in there a little bit.
Okay,
It's
so
small opening.
I'll grab him and jump on the Mastiff and head back.
Cool.
Yep. I'll head back.
The Borgmaster's not happy that you brought back a puppy of this animal, but he'll just grumble and kind of walk away and start like preparing whatever he was doing.
And I'll set the puppy down and I'll walk over to the Borgmaster. I'll slam my dagger between his feet and say, "You need to be quiet."
He'll just roll intimidation. Yep. Let's see. He is sufficiently terrified of what is that?
A 9.
Oh, he's okay. Maybe not terrified. He's like, what? Just hurry with what you're doing. If you can save her, fine. You'll kind of step back and go sit down. I'll
grab the puppy as he put him down and bring it to its mother.
He'll hop up and kind of lay next to her and just sit there.
Conscious, or is she not?
She's kind of in and out of consciousness. She's like kind of nodding off, and it looks like she's not looking the healthiest, but she's looking better than when she came in.
Okay.
The wound is still kind of like festery, and someone is still kind of working on it. Aya's like trying to work on cleaning the wound to the best of her ability.
And I'm giving her herbs and stuff.
That helps. So a few more hours go by, and finally your restoration spell is ready.
I immediately will apply it to Elaine.
All right. You see the pus and bacteria and things that were causing her wound to fester, and the what seems like some kind of goo or residue or like weird colored blood from when the silver hit her. It all lifts up, comes out, and dissipates. And while she's still hurt, her wound stops kind of moving around or like doing that. She's finally finished being stitched up, she had lost a lot of blood, and Aya begins casting Remove Curse. As this happens, when as soon as all the spells are done, the storm seems to break, though there's no sun. And it is in the wee hours of the morning. The Elena will regain consciousness and see her child, and Aya will also, well, she can't seem to do it again, and she will wait for Elena to sit up and be ready to go. And the Borgmaster would be like, "Wow, what a miracle! You managed to do it."
I'll say,
Well-
oh, pipe it. We don't want to hear from you. You were preparing a rope. I saw you.
The only thing I'll thank you for is letting us use your fine establishment here, but you could have been a little more hospitable when someone's life was at stake.
Well, that was before I knew of what she was cursed with. Whatever, just take her and go. I can't tell her not to stay at the village anymore, but since she seems to be cured, just take her and leave my house. I don't want to see her again for some time. And
I'll shake his hand in the end, and kind of like give him a nod and give him like direct eye contact, because at the end of the day, he did help us and give us some safe refuge in our time of need. So I'll tell him, look, this won't be forgotten. Thank you.
And Aya will remove curse on her child as well, but he will stay in his wolf form, as he was born in it, and there's very little that can be done about it. And that ends the session. That ends the module.
We did it, guys. We saved it.
So there was
I carved loser into his dining room table.
fitting. He deserves that.
He won't be forgetting us anytime soon.
He deserves that. That guy was like a monster. Like the module didn't even want him to try. He was just like, no, screw it, hanger. And I'm like, the party can save her. Like it brought up that Aya had removed curse. It was like, what?
And it's like with a barbarian with a greatsword has tried to use reason with you.
Yeah, she was like, well, okay. So everyone gets the. I'm assuming everyone can level up from this, and they get the Whip of Warning, a scroll of Create Bonfire.
Two, right?
In AL, it's one, even if the module gives two.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everyone gets a copy. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like you can turn in the silver dagger, or you can keep it. Could also keep the tambourine or turn it in if you want. Everyone gets everyone gets either 20 gold or a pouch of rare spell components.
Plus 20 gold.
Oh.
Let's see, there's a total of, I have to count all the things because he got all the stuff. So it's 20, 60, 70, 172, 272, 220, 50. It's 350 plus 50, 400. Looks like 450 divided evenly. So that's
90?
90, yeah.
And then a Whip of Warning and Wow, there was no potions of healing. That was a crazy module. And then is that it? 10 downtime. And you get a renown if you have a faction. It looks like.
Those
No factions for me.
So we get 90 gold each.
Yeah. 90
Wow.
gold, a level.
And we always end up posting some session logs and stuff, and everyone will be tagged in that for some of that.
So
and if,
Oh.
did we keep the silver dagger?
Yeah, that's
It's
Yeah, you
Monday,
can
so
keep it if you want.
only- It's Monday.
Everyone
so
gets one, I
can
think.
keep it. It's
Okay.
not
Right.
magical, so it doesn't duplicate, unfortunately.
okay. So whoever wants the silver dagger can keep it if they want it.
I think the rogue should take it.
No.
Cool.
You earned it. You had to resist some mighty tempting things there, and you did it for the greater good. So I appreciate that.
I'm gonna assist Lily in vandalizing the mean man's house.
Nice.
And then if permitted, I'm gonna try to unscrew the hinges of the front door to cause the slightest inconvenience. He's not gonna know why it's weird, but he will feel how weird it is, and it will make him feel super uncomfortable.
I'll allow it because this NPC is an absolute dick.
And if he has shoes like somewhere, I'm gonna take a small pebble and try to place it underneath the sole of the shoe, so he feels
Oh.
that there's an imbalance, but he never can see why.
God, I hate that feeling.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. That's great.
Oh, you said this session was streamed, correct?
Oh, that's what I was gonna end with. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end my stream right now personally, and